clash heads again. This is like Chad Boston and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down to the hill. Sam Noble with the simple name Coleman now. Sam Noble. Dogs just absolute. These competitors here, really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
And good evening, race fans and SRW family. Welcome to our final round of the V8 Supercar Am series, brought to you by Sim Rigs and the wonderful Warren and Brown Tools. Well, let's get straight into the action. The boys are on track. They're ticking off their last 7 minutes of practice, and boy, is the championship still alive. We have a very interesting top three tonight, so these guys will be one to watch. Show you where the guys are right now in the standings table. Brock Mottershead in first place, 1,170 points. Ray Oliver in P2 of the championship, 1,120 points. Bradley Wall, 1,085, currently in third spot in the championship. So it is on up the front, ladies and gentlemen. So anything could happen here tonight. Now, to give you a quick breakdown, we do have a bit of a point structure handed to us by admin just a few moments ago. The points are: first place gets 200, second place 194, third place 188, fourth place 182, fifth place 176. There is 5 bonus points for the fastest lap and 3 bonus points for a 0x race. So potentially 8 bonus points on offer. And this top 5 could be anybody's race right now. I just had word also from Andrew Cowan, the average sim racer, that he may not be able to race tonight. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on him. Looks like he's done himself a bit of a wrist injury over the weekend, so he's not quite in the best physical shape, so we wish Cowie all the best. As we just watch the guys get through their last few minutes of practice. We will be joined for the shootout tonight. Yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, a shootout tonight. So top 10 shootout here from the ever-glorious Mount Panorama Bathurst. It is a driver's favourite, and it is a Supercars home ground advantage. So it's going to be awesome. Brock Mottershead, fingers crossed for a good race, mate. All you can do is get out there and do your best, mate. I see you come straight in the session and drop straight on the top of the tree, so I'm not quite sure you're too nervous, mate, because if you are, those nerves are not showing, so good luck to you, buddy. And, yeah, a little bit of news to come later on with myself and Pete when we're in the box together. Some of you guys out there may not know, some will. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to explain a little bit deeper as we get into the night, but you see the guys sitting there in pit lane. Don't know if anybody's actually out on track. Let's give you a track map and see. Oh yeah, we do have a couple. That Rob Visser out there, just coming down through the chase now. Through the left, get up on the right. Get a nice run down here into Murray's. Nice and square on the brakes. Beautiful turn in. Gets the apex and gets out the other side. One thing that is a fan favourite about Bathurst is it's high rise. It's definitely up and down. It's not a smooth run at all. Let's look over there to Troy Dooley. He's just given Cowie a bit of a sending. See what goes on there. Ray Oliver on screen now with Juiced Frog Leap Racing. I look forward to seeing Ray push the boundaries tonight, see if he can hold on to his P2 or maybe even challenge the Brock Mottershead for the top spot in the championship. So mathematically for that to happen, Ray would need to win and Brock would need to finish a long way down the order. So Let's not wish that upon anybody. But a 50-point deficit would be P10 if Ray was to win, and providing Brock got none of those bonus points that we spoke about before, we would see a changing at the top of the tree. So that'll be something to keep our eyes on, and for you guys to keep your eyes on that timing table throughout the evening. Currently, right now, Troy Dooley has the fastest Sector 1 of the session, so that's a good stand. He also has the fastest Sector 5 and 6. So for you guys and girls out there wondering where the sectors are, those little red dots, the red line, are your sector points on the track. So the guys will definitely be pushing hard through those sectors. We're going to get to ride on board. We're going to get to use our onboard cam tonight. We haven't seen it for the last week or so, but there's our onboard cam during the shootout. We're going to sit, we're going to ride with these guys. We're going to give you the full element of the supercar through Bathurst. As you can see, look at the rise that he's about to face here. Ray Oliver coming down Conrod Straight, goes up, nothing but sky, and more track. Love this circuit. This circuit is just a fun one to drive. See him get nice and square. Turns it in. Runs a little wide there. Maybe not quite got front temp in those tyres, but nonetheless, comes out with a fairly solid time. So this is going to be a lot of fun, folks. So if you haven't tuned in and you haven't seen a shootout with SRW yet, you're in for an absolute treat. We love these. One car, man and car takes on the track, and it is absolutely fantastic. All right, we've got about 30 seconds left in practice, and we'll go into the quali. Just jump over to Steven Sinkovich, the SRW white livery, owner and spin extraordinaire for SRW TV. I'm sure he's almost on cue, put it in the fence for us. I'm sure we'll see a good result out of him tonight. Steven's currently P10 in the championship. Doesn't look like he can lose that. Troy Dooley is just behind him in P11, almost 200 points, 180 points behind. So would need a big send from Troy tonight to make this happen. It would make for a big send for Troy to win this series. So, yeah, here we get going. What have we got tonight? 14 potential drivers. We're just hearing the pre-race briefing right now. Sorry, 13 cars tonight. So, 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So sit back, gear up, grab a drink. This is going to be a battle for the table for sure. Pre-race briefing's just been dished out to the boys. They know the rules and where they're supposed to be, what they've got to do. So that's our race controller there, Tyson McAvoy, in the background. You guys can't hear him, but he's in my ears, which is fantastic. Means I can keep up with what they're saying throughout the evening. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the commencement of the final round of the V8 Sim Rigs Amateur Series, coming to you live from SRW TV tonight. Been looking forward to this one all season. This is where it all builds for a final dash at glory for these guys. So can't wait to see what happens here. So as they get out on their first lap, there's going to be purple sectors all over the place, but no one's really going to get those. They won't really count. But if you guys are in the YouTube chat, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you never miss when we go live. And also, just give me, if you're a driver, if you're not a driver, what would be your strategy tonight during quali? Would you want to get out early, get that lap running? Would you want to sit back and wait and see what you had to try and achieve? Tell me what you do. What's your what is your strategy? Would you have 2 digs at the pie? Would you go and put a banker lap in and come back and reset the car, try a few changes, and then get back out? Or what would you do? I'd love to hear from you guys in chat about your strategies. Alright, so let's see who's on. Like Brett Taylor might be... No. Is it Troy Dooley? Troy Dooley looks like he might be our first of the runners tonight to get out there and set the quali table alight. So let's see what Troy can do in the quali. He's looked good through the cutting. We'll keep you guys posted on sector times as well if they start to flow through. Or is it Brock Morrison? No, it looks like maybe Brock? Not sure. Okay, we'll just keep our eyes on it. Bradley Wall has gone fastest in the first sector. 22.37. Bradley Wall. Electric there, but 24.36. So Troy Dooley's quicker in sector 2, which is from the cutting up to and through Silliman Bend. Up a kind of, yeah, it's probably McPhillamy a little bit. Down through the dipper here with Bradley Wall. Gets right out. Oh, he's grabbed the wall. That's going to wash off the time. That's going to hurt. That was a good sector 4, until Andrew Cowan just takes it and says, thank you, mate. I'll have that. But, rightio, let's see how he finishes this lap up. Down through the chase. Keeps it nice and square, so it's only really that touch on the wall up the top. Troy Dooley goes to the top of the 205.79. Well done, Troy Dooley. Where does Bradley Wall sit here? Brock Mottershead is on an absolute flying lap as well. He's got sector 3 in the bag with an 18.2. That's the fastest of the session. Ride now with Brock Mottershead as he comes down Conrod straight. He's about to take through the chase, gets right out wide, up on the curb. Beautiful, nice and straight. And the Riot Sim Labs. Or Riot Sim? Riot Sim. So Brock Mottershead drops to the top of the 205.5. Troy Dooley 205.79. Brett Taylor 207.69. So Brock just jumped straight out and aborted that lap. Steven Sinkovich is actually on 3 greens, which are all personal bests. So because he didn't really get a lap in, so this is definitely better than his out lap. So we'll see what Steven can do here. Andrew Cowan is on an out lap. Oh, a little bit too much curb there, Cinco. As he winds down into Murray's. Troy Dooley's now just set a purple in sector 5. We'll just jump to Troy and see what he's got. He's just down there behind Steven Sinkovich. Steven had off track, so it didn't count. Sam Christensen has also been very fast during practice as well, so we'll have to keep our eyes on Sam. Troy Dooley goes to the top 205.49, so just picks him up. Oh, Sam's really loose through the corner just before the elbow there. Look, he's got a bit of rear instability in the car, so we'll have to see what he can do there. See if he can get it back. Brett Taylor now with 3 green and an orange. He's tracking really nicely now for a nice solid lap. Might be close enough to elevate him to the top. And remembering Brett Taylor is in P5 right now. So he's chasing Andrew Cowan in the championship standing. So he's got a little bit to fight for, but he's still top 5 right now. And he's only 2 points clear. 2 points clear of the KFC mobile of Peter Pavlovich. So that's a really close battle there. So those boys are going to be fighting for every point that they can in this championship. Bradley Mays there on screen now. Got a good first 3 sectors. He jumps up to P6. So remember, folks, this is about a P10. P10 is our gauge. So they're looking at the bubble because we will go to a top 10 shootout. There is 13 cars. I will just confirm with race control on the top 10 because I know we had an 11 car field at one stage and we did do an 11 car shootout. So we'll just confirm with race control on that and see what they come back with. We're just watching now. Some of the guys are setting some nice sectors, but nothing really stringing together. I think it might be some in the pit lane making some adjustments. Just jump over to Andrew Cow and see how he's looking. Hopefully that wrist holds up good enough tonight to get through and can maybe set himself some nice consistency there. Brock Motteshead now with some good sectors. And maybe he made a little tweak to the car and he's come back out. Got 4 green sectors there. So they're personal best. So he's definitely going to elevate his time. Oh, and that's just going to throw it out. Oh, Tim Nicol has just joined the server. By the look at that. He's jumped in. Tim Nicol currently sits P7 in the championship. 8 points ahead of Daniel Schultz. So it's interesting. Callan Hodgkinson with all greens as he comes down into Murray's corner. Does he cross and get himself elevated? And he does into P6. All right, so there's our first dig. 10 minutes in. A lot of the guys have set a lap time. A few haven't. A few have had a few little off-track incidents which have shortened their run. But here's Daniel Schultz, Mr. Dragon RC himself. And I think he's already said that he's going to be playing protector for the man Bradley Wall. So trying to push Brad Wall to keep his position in the championship. He doesn't want him to lose that. Definitely see how these boys fare up in the next 15 minutes. But yeah, share your comments in chat, folks. Let us know what you're looking for, what you're hoping to see tonight. Who's your driver? Where do you think the championship's going to go? Tim Nicol in the Pecky's livery. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm almost certain that I heard Steven Sinkovich call this the Polywaffle livery. Don't know if you guys in chat would remember the Polywaffle chocolate bar or candy bar, but I see the resemblance he's talking about. Oh, Troy Dooley still holding on to the top. Tim Nicholghouse and slots in a P4. So Tim is fighting Daniel Schultz. Right there. Bradley Wall he's got all oranges, so he must be on maybe an outlap. Or he just hasn't gotten comfortable. Troy Dooley lighting up with a purple in Sector 1. And 2 greens, Sectors 2 and 3. So that'll be interesting to see where Troy Dooley can wind up. Bradley Wall will go out now and hit a lap, hopefully. He's got an off track on the last one. Steven Sinkovich comes in a P11 with a 209.45, so that's good work. Sadly, it's not a P10 yet, so he may miss the shootout. Might need to get a few tenths off there, Steven. Daniel Schultz at 2 green. Let's see what happens here, folks. This is going to be the quiet now. I'm going to go into a bit of a quiet phase as they build in and tweak their setups just a little bit. Andrew Cowan with 2 green as well across the top of the mountain. No one really lighting up the Christmas tree right now. You guys can see that there on the screen. But it's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here with us tonight for the final round of the SimRigs V8 Am series. I want to thank our round sponsor, Warren and Brown Tools, for all the support they give us throughout the season. We really do appreciate it. Dan Christensen. Well, Cowie's putting on a drift show. Sam has gone to the top. A very nice 204.37. They're the only car in the fours right now. Oh, Daniel Schultz. Bang. That was quite the... What did he do here? Let's have a look, see what he's done. Might have just pushed a little too hard. He was good over that little lump there. There's a little hump just before the turn in here for McPhillamy. Oh, and he's just caught the curve, and that's just... And he's hit the Brock Skyline wall. If you're going to hit anywhere on the track, at least hit that wall. Much respect to the great late Peter Brock. That wall there was his skyline there. So looks like Steven Sinkovich has got all greens. His car looks very beat up though. Wonder if he can finish his lap and get himself inside the 10. Needs to be in the, I want to say low 7s. If he can get in the low 7s, I think he might just squeeze the 10. Alright, so it's an orange. He's down the fastest part of the circuit. Straight line. Don't do the jump, Stephen. Through there, nicely. What's the lap going to be? Comes down to Murray's. Through there nicely, gets on the gas. Sets a lap. 2:08. So he did improve his time, but not enough. Now, Brock Monteshead has just come out. It looks like he's just come out of the pit lane. And he is set a purple sector 4. He's 600ths quicker than anybody else across that. Sorry, 400ths quicker across the top. So we'll have to see what Brock can do if he can climb himself to the top. Again, this is only for the shootout, ladies and gentlemen. This is only for the shootout. This isn't official qualifying and pole start. They will go into a shootout where the top 10 will have one lap to see if they can hit the rest of the guys and take pole for tonight's race. Oh. Troy Dooley back on screen. Again, Troy Dooley currently sitting P11 in the championship, 468 points. Looks like Alan Hodgkinson might be close to improving his lap time here. So he's on a 2:07.8 right now. Oh, and he's just clipped the grass on the way in. Oh, that's risky business right there, folks. Let me tell you, that grass just on the edge. You see when they come down the down Conrod Straight, there's a little bit of asphalt on the left, and they're trying to get to it as far wide so they can straighten that little kink up to get through there faster. But you clip the grass and it just gets very unstable. But Callan comes over. Does he improve? He does. 2:07.57. So he's up into P11. And he's about 0.7 away from Brett Taylor on P10, so he needs to make a little room. Tim Nicol is setting an absolute burner lap here. Will he climb? He goes into P2 with a 2:04.50. Third car into the fours with Sam Christensen and Brock Monteshead. So those boys are throwing down, and remember, folks, they are going to go into the shootout. So far, the last runner in the shootout is going to be Sam Christensen. He's going to get the last shot at the pole position. So it is basically an inverted top 10 in the shootout. So this is going to be a lot of fun to see these boys have a crack at it. Anyone else? Brett Taylor looks like he's on a pretty solid lap right now. This could just keep him inside the 10. Remember, Brett Taylor is fighting Peter Pavlovich for P5 and 6 in the championship as well. Does he elevate himself? Does he challenge the time? No, he doesn't. All right. We got about 8.5 minutes left in the qualifying period. So if the boys are going to make a dash, now's the time to make it happen. Ray Oliver looks like he's on a good lap as well. Currently sitting P7. And he just does a 2:05.79. 0.03 of a second behind Andrew Cowan. A good lap there, Ray Oliver. The run looks like they're on a warm down lap. Oh, who's that in the fence? It was Callum Hodgkinson, was it? It was. So Cullen doesn't have a time that's going to put him inside the top 10. So your current top 10 from reverse order: Rob Visser, Peter Pavlovich, Daniel Schultz, Ray Oliver, Andrew Cowan, Bradley Wall, Troy Dooley, Brock Monteshead, Tim Nicol, and Sam Christensen. That's how your shootout will run at this point. Peter Pavlovich getting a really good tow here from Andrew Cowan. Can he use it and maximise the lap time? Looks like a green sector 5. Definitely looks like he's well in that draft. There's that bitumen we're talking about on the left. Pete's a little bit narrower in through that corner, so Cowie gets right out, and Pete just likes to keep it a little bit tighter, but do what we can do. Daniel Schultz is on a couple of green sectors in 1 and 2, but orange in 3 and 4, so see what he can do. Doesn't look like either of these boys are going to do anything special right now. Daniel Schultz might be where he is. Well, Peter Pavlovich just gets around Cowie as they go up Mountain Straight. Look to Bradley Wall, who's across the top of the mountain right now. Oh, very deep. Very deep there for Bradley coming over the dipper there. So that's going to slow that time down just a little bit. I don't think we got anybody out there looking at the tree. Andrew Cowan maybe on a good lap here. Not really sure. But he's inside the top 10 right now, so that's a good point, a good place for Cowie to be. Again, Andrew Cowan is fighting Bradley Wall, so Bradley Wall in 5, Andrew Cowan in 7 right now. Alan Hodgkinson needs a little bit of time. Needs about 0.7 of a second to get inside that 10. And he's running out of time. 26 or 25 and a half minutes in quali. But we got about 4 minutes left to go. So only a couple of laps left that they can do it. Brett Taylor now pushes up into P9, pushes Peter Pavlovich into the bubble position. So it's actually pushed Rob Visser out. So Brett Taylor has put in a quality lap there. In the Valve Energy, I believe it is. Or the Valve Motorsports car, sorry. No one else seems to be putting in the lap right now. So Peter Pavlovich in the KFC Mobile could be our P10 runner, so he could be the first out. But with 3 minutes left on the clock, folks, this could go any which way. We've got enough time. Ray Oliver we see now with a cracking second sector. Hasn't been comfortable in this car all season. Really hasn't gelled and had this car working right where he wants it. He hasn't been in the window. Just isn't comfortable, so this has been a good championship fight for Ray. P2 currently, and as we said in the show, 35 points. 35 points in front of Bradley Wall. So again, nothing in it. And he's only 50 points behind Brock Monteshead, so not much in it at all for the championship going into this finale tonight. So this is going to be firecrackers and everything tonight, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So as we look, we come into the last 2.5 minutes now of qualifying, and there's not much left on the table for these boys, I don't think. Ray Oliver might improve just a tad little bit. 205.79, who does increase just a little bit, puts a nice buffer there to Brett Taylor, but still, anything can happen with a couple of minutes left to go. Might drag my good mate in here and get my good buddy, Mr. Peter Baxter, into this room. Pete, welcome on in, mate. It's good to have you.
Hello, man. How are you?
Oh, good, man. Good. Enjoying this.
Quick microphone change onto the commentary mic, and hopefully it sounds a lot better now.
It does, yeah. It sounds really good, mate.
Well, mate, do you ever just wake up somewhere and feel like it's the right place to be? Yeah, I mean, you open the sim up and you start the session and you go, it's Bathurst. It's the right place to be.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Like, I was looking at the calendar for tonight. I'm thinking it's the final. It's the Pete Baxter Sainted Lord final as well, because we're stepping into this series next season. And I thought, where else would you rather send off than Bathurst?
Well, that's very true, right? Because if you and I are going to drive, who's going to be the gob on the stick, right? I mean,
that's right.
So if we've got any listeners out there, and we'll have to say this a couple of times, we need somebody who can talk faster than Steve Sinker drives and slower than Brad Wall, right? A little bit of race understanding helps. Somebody's a bit of a... Oh, no, I can't say that, can I? Somebody who's a bit smart, have a bit of fun with the drivers and interact well. To come and commentate, and what do they get? They get the chance to hang the same on you and I in the next series that we have had on these drivers tonight. So
that's exactly right, mate. You guys are going to get the opportunity to come and commentate and call all the crap that we do about us. So
it's not crap, mate. No. Oh no, if it's about us, it probably is. But,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But no, we can certainly wind up quality.
Yeah, that's the biggest advertisement we can, right? So
that's right. So Rob Visser may be able to finish. No, he's not going to get that lap in. So he is going to be P11. He's not going to get a time better than that now. So the top 10, Brock Mottershead, Sam Christensen, Tim Nicol, Troy Dooley, Bradley Wall, Daniel Schultz, Andrew Cowan, Ray Oliver, Brett Taylor, and Peter Pavlovich round out your 10. So that will be your shootout, unless Callan Hodgkinson can get a lap that's going to elevate him. What does he need? He needs about 1 second. If he can get 1 second out of that car, he will get into the 10. But it's not looking like that on the timesheet right now. So, Pete, you've joined in just in time for a shootout, mate.
Oh, that was the plan, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, that was the plan. But, we're not going to obviously do the shootout for everybody, and you really had to work tonight to get a shootout, and 1 second's a long way. So, maybe it's settled, maybe it's not. What have we got? A couple of minutes left to go.
No, we're done.
We're done?
If you're on a lap, you get to finish it, but that's it.
Yeah, and there we go. So, awesome.
Who's at the top of the mountain? Ray Oliver. And someone just behind him.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of guys, they might be able to finish their fast laps. And,
not sure who that is behind him. Someone's hit the elbow. They're stationary on the track map. You can just stand there. That was Cowie.
And Ray's got his P8 sorted, so he doesn't really need to finish this lap off. But
no, that's right.
It's always a good practice for a shootout, though, isn't it? You never knock back a Bathurst practice, mate. Every corner is something where you can gain speed. So,
well, that's right.
Excellent, yeah.
So, as we look into our shootout, it is Brock Mottershead, Sam Christensen, Tim Nicol, Troy Dooley, Bradley Wall, Daniel Schultz, Andrew Cowan, Ray Oliver, Brett Taylor, and Peter Pavlovich. That is going to be inverted, and they're going to get one lap, take this track by the horns, and get right into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will bid you a quick ad break while we switch over to our shootout server. Don't go away, because after the break, more of this tremendous action coming live from SRW TV, brought to you by Sim Rigs and our round sponsor, Warren & Brown Tools. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back as we promised with the top 10 shootout. As you get to see a beautiful overview of this lovely layout, beautiful circuit. You can see the Mount Panorama symbol right there at the top screen. And as promised, Pete Baxter is still with me. I don't know why yet, but he's still here.
It's just kind of fun hanging and talking about dudes, right? But as we said, I'm looking to see if Greg Leake's joined us because I've got a few specials again for Leakey. I've been thinking about him all week. Well, I haven't seen him pop up in the YouTube chat yet, but look, if he's not in the drivers. He hasn't done a sneaky entry or anything. Got in this race.
No, he hasn't popped up on the board. No, he hasn't shown up on the board.
But look, it's good to be here, and like I said in the qualifying when I jumped in, how good is Bathurst, right? You see it on your screen. I don't know how many times you go there in real life, mate, but I go there for the supercars every year, and it's just like waking up and going, yep, I'm home again.
I've got to be honest, mate. I've never been.
all right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we need a GoFundMe to get the big Rob sainted Lord Hayter up to Bathurst one year. I got to tell you, I say, mate, that is a racing experience that you just must have, right? You cannot be overwhelmed by going and watching a race that goes for 6 hours. It's just fabulous. Yeah. Anyway, enough said. We're not talking about the real Bathurst here.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we got Brock Mottershead's a little bit in the feed, but I don't think we're going to be talking to him during the race.
No.
given that he's one of those nuts between the wheels and the pedals, and SLM Gaming is out there giving Ray Oliver a bit of a sport tonight. So as we know, with the championship points, Ray's got to look in if Brock has a shocker. So. This championship's not over. Big night.
Yeah, no, it's a massive night, Pete, to be fair. And again, for some of you guys who are just tuning in, the top three is not settled by any stretch of the imagination. Brock Motters had 1,170 points. Ray Oliver, 1,120 points. Bradley Wall, 1,085. So there's like 85 points separates the top three in this championship. So no, that's right. I'm about 200 points for first. So 200 points for first. So if Brock Mottershead has a DNF, now this is argument. Let's just play with numbers for a little bit while we're waiting for these boys to get organised. If Brock Mottershead has a DNF and Bradley Wall wins this, he'll get the 200 points. That'll elevate him to 1,285. Now, that means that Ray Oliver has 145 points to gain. That means he can finish as low as 10th and still win by 1 point. Wow. Now, let's not consider the bonus points. The bonus points are they get 5 bonus points for the fastest lap. They get 3 bonus points for no X's. No X's at Bathurst? Are you really kidding me? Oh, mate.
I struggle to do that in a qualifying lap. Hey, look, shall we put 100 to 1 on Steve Sinker going for fastest lap tonight?
Steve Sinker for fastest lap. Maybe backwards or the most spins, but I don't know about fastest lap. But anyway, all right, folks. Here we go. This is time. This is what we're here for. This is time for the shootout. Peter Pavlovich is going to get us underway, and he is going to set the time that these boys are going to be chasing. Now, Mr. Baxter, I have to ask you, are you a setter or are you a chaser?
I'm a really poor qualifier. I wouldn't even be in the top 10 shootout, mate. I'd need to be in a field of 9 to make the top 10 shootout, I think. But I think the real question is not about that. It's about how do you set up your warm-up lap to make sure you maximise your fast lap, right? You hear a lot of talk about the top guys who run Motec systems who keep the tyres as cool as possible on the setup lap, quite a slow lap, to then go hard, make sure they do, no tyre slippage, no burnout, so anything on the warm-up lap, and they just cruise around. Pete's putting a little bit more energy into the tyres than that. And then they go out and set a blistering lap. Now, I don't know about you, Rob, but when I go really slow on a warm-up lap with that sort of concept in mind, I tend to crash the first corner. So I just go out and drive, right, and think, okay, no, I'll just get in my rhythm, and for me, it's all about rhythm. But yeah, maybe next season, if there's only 9 drivers, I might get in a top 10 shootout with you.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I think you're right. I think you really want to try and preserve the tyre until you get into a comfort zone, and then kind of work them as we see Pete doing now down Conrod Straight. He's just trying to get some work in the tyres. And Leaky has joined us in the chat. Welcome, Greggy. But I think I'm a bit more of a chaser. I like to see a time and I like to chase. I like to know what I've got to do to get myself in a window, because then I've got a target. I'm not then setting a pace going, is it good enough? Could I have done better? Did I leave anything out there? All that kind of stuff. But let's jump on board now with Peter Pavlovich and see what this man can get up to out on the track.
Alrighty, so it looks like he's off to a pretty good start. Coming up to the first corner on the brakes, nice and tight on the apex, nice and early on the throttle, so that's actually not a bad start. That's what you need to do at Bathurst to get a good time. You've got to come out of the first corner really well. You can lose a lot of time up and out in the straight if you don't come out of the first corner really well. Gets to have a breath now, nice breather, and as he sort of,
he's offline.
He's overshot it.
That's gonna hurt.
Well, no, he's still good. He wouldn't have got a 1-by from that, but I think he's cost himself a lot of time.
Yeah, the time would be what hurts here, but Pete, he'll get out there. He'll keep pushing on the lap. He won't give it up.
Mate, when have you seen that KFC car go slow in a race? I don't think Pete's the type of guy who's going to go, bugger it, we'll just have a slow race. So he's going to race. He's a racer.
Oh, no, he's definitely a racer, but yeah, no, you never see that car slow. I think everyone's chasing the drumsticks and the wicked wings out of that thing, mate, because that's always fast. Oh, he's a little bit... Oh, he's loose.
Oh, he's loose.
Good catch, though. Peter Pavlovich, take a bow.
Oh, any other amateur be in the wall, mate. That is a classic catch, right? That's KFC classic catches. Remember when KFC sponsored the cricket?
That's right.
Good on you, Pete Pavlich. You are the #1 catch of the night so far.
That's got to be the same.
He's cost himself. Yeah, he's cost himself some time though with both. With the 2 offs, he's probably cost himself 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. So I don't think Pete will be too happy with it, but we'll hear what he's got to say when we grab him in. Hopefully he can sort of just maximise it here. And no, he's overdone it.
Oh, that's it.
There he goes. He's going to have the 1-by, so he'll be out. It'll be a P10 for Pete for sure.
Yeah, that's going to definitely end the lap. He's going to jump in the pit lane, so we'll drag him in.
Yeah.
Pete Pavlovich, mate, take us through the lap. Sadly, didn't finish where you wanted it to.
No, it was an absolute shocker.
It's a bit of a hot and spicy recipe, mate, instead of original.
Yeah. Anyway, worst it can be, I was starting P10, which is where I qualified, so it'll be all right. Just try and keep it off the walls, hopefully, in the race.
Well, that's Bathurst. It is a long race, mate. Just, head down and there you go.
Good luck out there, Pete. Go get him, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Moving over to your man, mate. You love this guy, don't you? You really do love watching this guy race.
Well, no, I love this guy's probably a bit of a stretch, but he's my yardstick in the vets, right? Because Brett's an old fart like I am. I can't say that, can I? Brett's an older racer like I am, and we're both about the same speed. So in terms of my expectations for competing in AM, now I don't know whether you're going to race with Sinker or Leakey, or whether you're going to race with myself and Brett, or whether you're going to race with Brad Wall and Brock if he stays in. But see, Brett's my yardstick, but I also enjoy the way he races. I think Brett's he's got a really good head on him for racing. It's he's not overly aggressive, he's not overly defensive. He races well, he puts pressure on, and he does his own speed, and he gets good results from it. So, yeah.
I personally think I'm going to be racing with the safety car, because I think that's about the car. It's about my kind of pace. You guys are going to be long shots up the road from me. So me and Sinker will probably be back there banging doors and shaking hands and having coffee, I think.
Well, at least you have someone to race with. But Leaky will be there with you. So, here we go.
Leaky. Shots fired already from the combox, mate. Shots fired. But yeah, folks, you're hearing it right. Both Pete Baxter and myself are stepping down and jumping in these cars next season. But you won't have us here talking the talk and smack talking with you. So we're going to be out there in these things, and someone else is going to be doing all the talking. So it's
if you're smack talker, if you're a smack talker, Leaky, if you don't want to drive, come and have a crack at me for a season, mate. But really, I'd rather have you in the season. But I've just been watching Brett's lap, and we watched it there from the cockpit. He's doing exactly what I said, right? He's not overdriving it. He's just hitting the apexes. He's going to be in front of Pete at the moment because... Oh, no.
Not now. That's it.
Commentator's curse. All right, shoot me now.
The lap's gone. All right, let's bring him in. Should we let him finish, or what do you reckon?
No, let him finish. Let him at least get down, Conrad, mate. So.
Let him get to Conrad. All right.
Yeah, don't talk to anybody over the mountain. I had somebody try and give me a phone call on Discord while I was racing over the mountain in a group of 10 cars once, and I've got to tell you, that was one of the worst things. I'm like, Jesus, I can't, Bathurst is doing 3 things at once, just driving down the mountain. There was a 4th thing, because the phone was ringing. I'm like, oh, go away. So, so let's not do that to Brett. He'll already be fuming a little bit, I think, from that, because he was just present there.
And Greggy League says, mate, I'll see you in my mirrors. So he's not coming in the combox. He's going to smack talk you all the way through the races. So
he might have those front sensing sensors on. He's put a screen up. So he's going to be watching the back of my car and those front sensors, I think, in his little video monitor.
Let's get Brett Taylor.
Yeah.
Brett Taylor, you're in the combox, mate. Take us through the lap. Obviously not how you wanted to finish it off.
No, at all. Crap.
Oh, Brett, I was talking you up to you. I was going up the mountain, really cool. You hit the apexes, and then you just come out of McPhillamy and just hit the grass there. I was like, oops.
Yeah. And you know what? I played around with me fuel because last week I didn't, and went out with a full lap with a full tank. And you know what? I didn't save it or something, and I've gone out with a full tank again.
Oh no!
Okay.
I'll get this top 10 right at some stage.
Maybe next season when Pete Baxter's in there pushing you, mate. That's what it'll be.
Is that what it is?
He's coming next season, mate. Are you ready for it?
He talks about sandbagging, but I reckon he's sitting in the back seat with me.
I'll be watching you.
Well, Brett, we've let you go, mate. But congratulations, and we'll catch you through the race, buddy.
Thanks, fellas.
Cheers, Brett.
All right, let's get this underway. This is the Juiced Frog Leap man, Mr. Ray Oliver. I know you guys are in the chat rooting for Ray to get a good result here tonight, and he is fighting for the championship, so a good result would definitely not hurt his cause. Gerard Suentes, Cowie is next up, mate. I did jump the gun a little bit there, my bad, but he is up there, so he'll be next out in the shootout.
So, should we read anything into Ray Oliver's qualifying for the shootout in 8th, but fighting for 2nd in the championship, mate?
7th. Super Victoria, mate. Oh, no, it was 8th,
it's
sorry.
Top 10 in it.
Yeah,
top
so
10
it was
in
8th,
it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I haven't run out of fingers yet.
You sure? Did you take your shoes off and count from there, dude? No. No, I mean, look, we know Ray's never been comfortable in this car. Like, he's never been settled. Like, he had a good round last week, and he can kind of stick his own in there. He can kind of keep his own times in, but he's never really been comfortable. And I think this is a track, if you're not comfortable in a car, it's going to show. This track is unforgiving at the best of times. Even if you are comfortable, it just takes one little mistake and you drop down and it's all over. So
that's right, as we saw with Brett, right? I mean, you're spot on. You can't be complacent, because the mountain will just go, hello honey, I'm going to bite you on the I can't say that either.
On the beehole.
I'm going to bite you on the leaky. Greg Leake's such a good sport, mate. Good on you. But look, Ray's actually had a really clean lap so far. Now, We said that for Brett and he went straight off. So
Yeah, sure.
I've sort of saved that until he's on Conrad. Ray's now coming down to the chase. He's got about 3 corners to go to hang on. And let's hope the curse stays away from him. Because we've got to set a time. We've got to see what the representative time is, right? On the brakes nice and early. Oh, he's going to hit the apex here. Look at this. Watch this. Beautiful on the throttle. He's even jumped the curb a little bit. Nice early on the throttle. Loving your work, Ray. One more corner to go. No one buys. Come on, Ray. Come on.
Getting the Murray's nice and straight
there
on
we
brakes,
go.
Steve.
Oh, P1 for Ray. Now, there we go. All he had to do was get a clean lap. Yeah.
All right, let's get him in here. Ray Oliver, potential P1 there, buddy. Good lap. Take us through it.
It's just, one of those things.
Just one of those things, eh? You're just trying to survive, I guess.
That's it. I mean, I don't enjoy this place in the V8, so I'm just here to make up the numbers tonight.
Well,
Yeah.
2058's not going to be making up the numbers, mate. I think in this field, 2058's a reasonable race pace.
Well, it definitely didn't feel comfy, so if it's a race pace, then I will be happy. But yeah, still just making up the numbers.
Alrighty, well, for me, that's a good, decent AM race pace. So, I think, I wouldn't write yourself off. She is a hard track, you know. The mountain's someone that can bite you without expectations. So, hey, good luck and well done for setting the time.
Cheers, boys.
Send him back to
Alrighty.
the wilds, and now we've got the average sim racer, Gerard. Here he is, my friend, the average sim racer, Andrew Cowan, out on track. This is your man for precision sim racing. And apparently Greg Leake said, lol, I still have feelings, Pete. So
I know, yeah, no, Leakey does have feelings, and you know he's got lots of company in the retirement resort to, you know, to share those feelings with. Have you got? I'm hoping he's got a second simulator so I can bring someone else along with us. But no, Leakey's a good guy. He's got good sense of humour. You know, got him in another team. He'll kill me for it. But it's been good to have him along the ride for the last few weeks, and we'll get him along and have some races and bang some panels and see what happens next season.
yeah, exactly. And let's see how Cowie goes. He's got a bit of a wrist injury from the weekend. Moving the speakers and stuff around, he's got a bit of a wrist injury, so he's not sure if he can get through the night, but he's out there, he's having a crack. He was in the top part of the quali, so he dropped down a few spots due to some faster times, but see what he can do here. So he's back into third. Is he second in there? No, third.
Nice.
Good exit. Good exit.
Yeah, good exit. He just ran over the curb there a little bit, coming off the straight, and might have cost him a little bit of time with that. He's had to come late on the straight. Oh, he's on it though. He's certainly given it a good push. He's getting a little bit of rear oversteer coming up the mountain there.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Cowie earlier on in the season, and he said, yeah, mate, I'm not holding back. He said, I'm sick of playing the bridesmaid, and he said, I want to be the bride for a change. So he's pushing hard this season. He reckons this is make or break season. So he's in there having a good dig, and he's going to press on. So I love the attitude, and I love the aggression that he's showing. He's just ripping that car. He's just getting into it. He's not letting it have any room. He's just all over this car right now.
It looks like a good lap, doesn't it?
It looks fast. It does.
Yeah.
It looks fast.
You know, they often say that smooth looks slow, but he's fast. I mean, it doesn't necessarily look smooth, but it looks fast. I mean, he's got some purple times. He's got some purple sectors up.
I'll make sure to tell him that when he comes in, that he didn't look smooth.
Well, no, he doesn't, mate. He's had a little bit of oversteer, and he's been on the steering wheel to correct it, so you lose time from that. But he set a nice pace in my sector 4. So all greens, so he's looking pretty good. It's going to be a good time.
Will it be enough to elevate him up a couple of spots? Well, he's already up a couple of spots, and he does go P2.
Oh,
P2. Let's get him in there.
There you go. 0.03 of a second.
Cowan with a P2 lap time, mate. 2:05.86, 2/100ths of a second behind Ray Oliver. Take us through the lap, mate.
Yeah, a couple of big mistakes. I had big understeer at Hell Corner, and I ended up too tight in Griffins, and then I made a mistake at the elbow and at Murray, so there's probably another 3/4 of a second out there if I got it right. So I'd expect that a few of the boys coming after, I think some of them are going to get something in the fours for sure.
And how's the wrist holding up there, buddy? Is it all good to go?
Yeah, look, it's okay. A couple of snap oversteer moments during practice had me a little scared, but it didn't hurt too much, so I think I'll push on.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Well, go out there, mate. Have fun. Remember, you're in the you're still in the hunt for a possible P3, depending on the results tonight. It could fall your way, so good luck, and we'll hopefully talk to you later on, buddy.
Yeah, man, I don't wish Brad Raw any bad luck, but I hope he has heaps of bad luck.
No, you're supposed to say give him plenty of commentators curse, right? So we'll just give him a whole lot of talking up and see what happens.
No, I've had some great battles with Brad over the last few seasons, so it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been good racing to watch over the last few weeks, Cowie. So get out there, mate. Bathurst is a tricky track, and good luck, and we'll see what the results bring.
Thanks, boys.
Right, that was Andrew Cowan. Now on board with Daniel Schultz. We see him doing a lot of tyre work on this lap, Pete.
Yeah, he is. He's gone slow, but he's put a lot of work into it. A lot of bloody sideways and lateral work. And
I wonder if we just heard Cowie say he had a bit of understeer in the whole corner. So I wonder if he's like, okay, I'm not going to make that mistake, because he maybe heard you in the comments too say, oh, you got to get a good exit. So you get the good exit by getting good turning, don't you?
You're suggesting that the drivers are listening to us, mate. We might have to actually talk the truth then, wouldn't we?
No, no need for that. So we see with Daniel Schultz, what's he do? He gets into one, he gets the apex, nice. Oh, yeah, nice. A little bit, just on that curve, just caught that curve.
Yeah, just a little bit, yep. But it's coming out nice, so he didn't seem to have any understeer coming in the helmet corner.
I've got one for you, Pete. Greg Leake asked, where's the timing tower? It's coming. As slow as you are, mate, but it's there.
Oh, Rob.
Sorry. Had to. Sorry, Leaky. Love you, buddy. No, it's a good fun. It's a good night. I mean, these boys are... how would you like to just be out here by yourself?
There you go. There's a little bit of oversteer coming up out of the cutting there again, so that's going to cost Schultz a little bit of time. I think they're just not clean. So I'm wondering whether the guys are actually putting enough into their tyres in the warm-up lap, or they're all just running a little bit stiff for light fuel loads, right? Maybe their setups are more focused on the full of fuel load, because we've seen nearly every car have a little bit of oversteer coming up the mountain so far. Do you think that might be last race excitement, or for me I think it's a bit of excitement and maybe a little bit of setup. And Sam again, he's just come out of Forest Elbow there with just a little bit of slight oversteer. That's going to cost him some time down Conroy.
Oh dear. So little bit of controversy already to start the night. Car 99 has been given a rear of grid, failed to make toe zone. So Andrew Cowan is currently sitting on pole.
Wow, that's race control playing their game. But anyway, no, there's the rules, mate. If they don't follow the rules, then you got to go all the way around and meet the toe zone. So we just had
Schultz in the P2 there. So they're just behind Cowie.
Yeah, let's grab him in.
Hey, Schultzy, welcome on in, buddy. Take us through that lap. Not quite what you were hoping for, I'm guessing.
Nah, definitely not, mate. The front end wasn't up to temperature properly. The setup that I've got's a little bit easier on the tyres than I normally go for, and didn't get the heat into them enough.
Yeah, right.
We kind of... I was wondering whether that was the case, but we've seen nearly all of the cars that have attempted qualifying so far have a little bit of understeer and a little bit of oversteer. So just checking the track conditions now, it's 21 degrees C and it's a 23 degrees C track surface. So it's quite a cool Bathurst surface. If you did it again, would you put a whole lot more energy into the tyres for that warm-up lap?
Oh, 100%. If I had to do it again, I definitely would be pushing a lot more on the front end, leaning a lot more on the tyre at the front. The rears were okay, but just the front, too much push.
Yeah, awesome. Anyway, man, looks like you're going to be starting P2 front row at the moment. Less what Brad or whoever we got. We've got some fast guys coming. So good luck for the race. Eh? Don't be scared, mate. Jump in and give them hell.
No worries. Thanks, mate. Thanks, guys.
No. Cheers.
Thanks, Ben. All right. Bradley Wall. Admin hat is off. Throwing it away. It's all about championship time for Bradley to put in a good quality lap. Let's see what he can do. As for the comments in chat, unsure. I have failed to read the rule book as to a tow zone, but that's come from race control, so there must be a rule there that says that. So,
commentators don't follow rules, do we?
What?
We don't follow rules, do we? I thought the only rule was be on by 7 o'clock so you can talk to me.
Yeah. But, that's what race control has deemed, so...
No, it's the same for everybody. I'm sure if anybody else did it, then it'd be the same outcome. So, all drivers have got to read rules. And Rob, I've done a bit of race control, and I'm not quite sure that everybody does. But anyway, at least they enjoy the racing. So.
Bradley Wall, 2 purple sectors already.
Yeah, he's flying, isn't he?
He's going to throw the lap there. Oh, is he gone?
Oh, he's gone. Yep,
he's gone at the top of the mountain.
Oh,
right
he was flying too, wasn't he? But again, wonder if that was cold tyres, because that was just a little bit of understeer. He's gone a little bit wide coming into that McPhillamy Park area and touched the grass. And you know what happens with the grass in iRacing, mate? It's a little bit like ice. So,
sadly.
Yeah.
Well, we might drag him in now. He's coming down the straight.
But we can't say anything about the tow zone, right? That's got to be fair.
No.
Yep.
Bradley Wall, mate, not how you wanted to finish the lap.
No.
What happened? What happened there, buddy? Just pushing too hard, cold tyres, or what was the damage?
Yeah, I just had a bit of understeer coming around that corner and caught the grass after clipping the curb, and away she went.
You're not Robinson Crusoe there with getting a 1 by on the lap. You're in this hunt fighting for a podium position in the championship. Yep. What are your thoughts now with the race, mate?
Just head down, forget about that, and look forward to the start of the race.
Alrighty, well, all we can do is wish you the best, and we may or may not talk to you at the end of the race. How's that sound?
Well, I'm looking forward to talking to you guys at the end of the race, so he's open.
All right, good on you, Brad,
Thanks,
mate.
Brad.
Hey, take a breath, and we'll catch up with you later.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Cheers.
All right, Bradley Wall there, a little bit dejected, as you can imagine. Not where you want to finish yourself after a shootout. But look, he was on absolute fire there, mate. 22.4 fastest first sector, 24.39. Oh, Troy Dooley's gone in the fence on the outlap.
That'll slow him down.
Doesn't look like he's got any. Oh, doesn't look like he's got any damage. I don't know what happened there. He just went straight ahead into the elbow.
Mate, it might have just been cold tyres again, right? As we know, it's a cold track, right? And it's a cold air temp. So if he's pushed a little bit too hard, it might just be cold track. It doesn't look like he's got too much damage on the car, so it might slow him down too much.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like he's got any damage, actually. Looking at the car, he might have just bumped it. We'll jump on board and we'll go for a lap with Troy Dooley and see what he can do. Time to beat is Andrew Cowan's 2:05.86, giving the rear of grid to car 99. So let's ride with him and get the sights and sounds of these supercars around here. So turn it up, folks. Give it all you've got, and have a listen to this and enjoy it.
Leaky's just give you a cracker.
I saw that at the chat. Cheeky wugger.
Thought I paid you to put a slight lap on for the Holden races, mate, not for the Fords.
What, did you pay me? We must have missed the account. Must have given me the wrong details.
That's what's good. That's what's gone wrong.
The wrong account, mate. Sorry. Well, you see, since I'm buying the Commodore for next season, I need to listen to this car. I need to absorb this car.
You don't listen to this one, mate. It's the Mustang.
But I'm not going to get to hear it because I'm going to be driving a Commodore next season.
Oh, yeah, no, you get to hear it in your mirrors.
Yeah, no, I want to be chasing and that. It's probably what will be happening, mate, to be fair.
I tell you what, Troy's had a good... After that incident on the warm-up, like, he's had a cracker across the top of the mountain. He's been really smooth.
He's going to set a quality time. I wouldn't be surprised if he jumps to Andrew and be very, very close to that 4 bracket. Oh, there's a purple 25.66. Not... Yeah, it is actually, yeah, sorry. It is the fastest.
Yeah.
But it's
there you go. So that little off hasn't really done much damage to the car if he's doing that sort of time.
Alrighty, so through here.
So I just had an update from race control. The tow zone, so the point where you got to drive to at the end of your lap is turn 2 minimum. So so they've got to drive up to Griffin's. Yeah.
Roy Dooley, mate, what a lap. Put you on provisional pole, mate, the 205.76. What happened at the elbow on the outlap, mate?
Yeah, it was, forgot about the corner a little bit. When I was starting to worry about what damage I had, and anyway, yeah, it was a bit scrappy, but it was all right.
Yeah, right. That was...
Did you put a clean lap together?
Yeah, well,
Do you think you got any damage, Troy?
Not sure, because after that I was just pretty cautious on everywhere. It's a little bit slipperier than it was in quali. So yeah, I just wanted to have a clean lap, basically at the end.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you said that because we've been talking a lot about the cold track temperature. Everybody's having a bit of understeer and oversteer. So to recognise that it is slippery, then maybe the guys in front of you, if they're not listening to us, they've still got to, I guess, either work that out the hard way or put in a good lap. But hey, listen, that's a really good time. Looks like you're going to be on pole so far with only Tim to go and Brock. So a couple to go. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of good boys behind me. I'm sure they'll do better if they keep it clean.
Yeah, all right. Hey, man, look, good to have you here. And, on the first lap of the race, keep your mind on it and and the rest of the race should go out next game.
Yeah, she's a long race tonight, so keep it clean.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Cheers.
All right, Truck Troy back as we jump on board now with Tim Nicol. Going for his shootout lap here, so he's got a little bit of understeer, but he runs it wide. He got a good exit though, Pete. That was a really nice exit off that corner.
Tim's been red hot, hasn't he? In the last few weeks, anyway. So, get a good time in the qualifying sessions. He's second last out on track, and he's in your realm, Rob. He's chasing. He's got a time he knows to chase, and he's either going to chase it or drive to his own time.
Yeah, exactly right, mate. Exactly right. So he's got a green sector, so he's quick. That's a personal best. And
a little bit wide on the cutting.
Actually, he's matched Bradley Wall's sector 2 time identically. So Bradley Wall would have had it. Oh, he's got it. He got it down to the apex. Oh, he's good.
No, he's good.
That's
a little bit slippery. He just didn't go wide enough there, just on the entry to Skyline. You've got to get a little bit wider and turn the car in. I thought, as soon as I saw it, I thought, that's a little bit fine. But
the front right
not that I can always do that myself, but unlucky for Tim. Yeah, let him just give him some time to cool down.
We'll give him a little bit of time to let the steam out from under the collar. He was quick.
Well, where's that going to put him now? So what have we got? We've got 4 cars with the time. One of them's lost their time, so car 99's lost.
No, he's had another one.
So we only got 3 cars with the time, mate. So that still puts Tim probably about 4th or 5th on the grid, I think, doesn't it?
He's really broken. He's really broken, mate, yeah. I don't know. It's going to drop him down the order somewhere. Andrew Cowan and Daniel Schultz and Troy Dooley are your top three. So there's a bit of pressure, mate. These boys coming out, they know what they've got to do. They've got to press on, but we might drag Tim in here.
Yeah.
Tim, unlucky, mate. Take us through what happened.
Felt pretty chilled tonight, and going to the top 10, not too stressed, but I literally was just coming down through the S's or into the S's, and I just did not push the brake hard enough.
Oh no!
I come up a bit quicker than I thought, so yeah, the rear end slipped out, and then I was like, oh, I'm just going to overcorrect here, and I just, it's into the wall. That's.
And to be fair, I think everybody does that at Bathurst in practice, right? In that exact spot. So, just maybe just a little bit light-minded on the brain a bit, and straight into the wall. The mountains bit you straight away.
It'll learn me for not having any practice coming in to qualify, and I've been practicing in that two-wheel drive dirt car around Wild West, so maybe that didn't help my chances of a good top 10.
Settle in then for the race, mate. You might need to take a few laps. Take 3 or 4 laps just to settle in before you start battling and fighting everyone, eh?
Hey, well, it was a little bit Wild West, so...
Well, get out there and go get them tonight, Tim, mate. And hopefully talk to you at the end of the night, buddy.
Yeah, too easy. Thanks, gents. Have a good one.
Cheers. Right, Sam Christensen. Here's a new name, mate. I haven't seen Sam in the last few weeks that I've been here, so...
I don't know.
He's obviously he's pretty quick. He's got a good practice time.
Yeah, he's got a good time.
Yeah.
So we just
coming up into the cutting nicely. Oh, he's overshot stuff the
he's
wall.
cracked the wall.
That's the wall. He might have got away with it.
We've got a question in chat that's a legitimate question. Might have to ask RC. Now, does Ray Oliver only drop to 10th spot? For quali? So that's it's an interesting question for race control to answer that. Does he only drop to the bottom of P10 because that's where he, because he qualified inside the 10? Does he only drop to P10? So we'll have to wait and see if we can get some confirmation on that from race control.
Well, I mean, if I was following all of the other rules of different series of top 10 shootouts, if you're in the top 10 shootout, the worst you're going to drop to is 10, right?
10th, right, yeah.
If you have a car failure, a disqualification, because you've earned your right to be in that top 10. So the interesting thing is, where does he drop to? Because we've had a number of other cars that have a bit of time.
Right. Yeah, exactly right. But Sam's on a flyer here, mate. I don't know. He's got purples and oranges all over the tree, but he's absolutely fine. He could set an absolute blistering time here. Will he be the first in the fours?
Well, he's hitting the apexes. He's driving smoothly. Where did Sam come from? Straight to pros, I think, for Sam.
205 flat. Sam Christensen, take a bow. Let's get him in here. Sam Christensen, 205 flat, mate, with a provisional pole. Well done. Take us through the lap.
It was pretty scruffy, to be honest. I stuffed up to the cutting pretty bad, but the rest of it was pretty alright. I got heaps of purple sectors on my theoretical best lap time, but I lost a lot of time to the cutting.
Yeah, you missed the apex there. You seemed to sort of just either hit the brakes lake or understeer a bit through the cutting. But everywhere else you're right on the apexes, and you're coming out quite nicely. So, is that a bit of Warren Brown tools? Got the torques right for you in the setup?
I guess so. Yeah, it's a good setup. I'm not gonna lie. It comes on second lap really well though. Second lap is really good. It's a really good second lap.
Awesome.
That's why I was kind of fanging it through the warm up. But I missed the downshift into the cutting, so it kind of stuffed my run.
All I can say, Pete, if that's a scrappy 205, next season we are absolutely out of the play here, mate.
Oh no, like I said, mate, we need there for only to be 9 drivers in the race for both of us to get in the top 10. So,
but at least you get there though.
Yeah, where have you been, Sam? I've missed you the last few weeks since I've been commentating.
I've been working. I haven't had, every time I finish is like the time when the races are on.
Rob, you said no.
I don't know in time.
Rob said you said we weren't allowed to swear on the broadcast. I don't know.
Yeah,
what that
I know. He said the W word.
Yeah.
We have to get him out of the com box now, mate. Sorry, Sam, can't have that.
Anyway, Sam, hey, cracking lap, man. Looks
Thanks,
like
mate.
you're going to be on at least the front row, depending on how Brock goes. And get in there. Oh, we'll look for you to have a sloppy first one, but all good from the second lap.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Cheers, mate. See ya.
Later.
Right, let's send Sam back to the wilds and jump on board with Brock Mottershead. I think he is our final runner. I believe he is.
Yeah, he's on my timing, mate.
Early back in a second gear there. A nice exit. That's a fast exit. I'll be watching the timing tables here. He's going to light this up.
Brock was the first person to actually get up on the curb there on the first turn, so he's taken that already tighter.
Green first sector, so he's not as fast as some of the other boys in sector 1, but that's all right. We'll see what he does through the next couple of sectors here, because the second sector is just about to catch him.
Ooh, little bit of understeer, but he's managed to pull it in. He's got a nice, good, smooth run up around the cutting there.
About here is the second sector. Green again.
Yep, green again, and noticeably no understeer or oversteer at this stage. So he's got his throttle input right, and he's managed to get his tyres at the right temperature compared to other people.
Exactly right. So we're just watching now. You guys watching on screen. The next red dot is the timing sector. There it is. It's a green again. Go down through the dipper. There'll be another one just at the bottom as they get through here, just before the elbow. And he's just gone through it there. Green again. Brock Mottershead lighting up the table. This is going to be a cracking start with these two boys off the front row, mate.
Oh, yeah, no, this is a great lap from Brock by the looks of it. I mean, there's no purples there, but it's solid green. So, will he get in the fourth, Rob?
Based on this time, he's only got to get just under 2:05. He's already up on Sam's time. So, green again. I don't know. Can he get through here and get out the other side?
Oh, no, his throttle modulation coming up out of the chase was beautiful there.
It's good, isn't it? Look at it.
Yeah.
Braking down. Beautiful braking. Through the last corner. Up over the line. P2. Oh, 2:05.66. Brock Mottershead, mate. P2 front row start for the Bathurst final. Take us through that lap, mate. It was close between you and Sam.
Oh, I think I left a bit too much on the table there. Probably just trying to play it a little bit safe for the championship. But yeah, no, I'll take P2.
Well, it is a long race, mate. You've got 80 minutes out there tonight. Anything's possible, with the way this place can bite at any given moment.
Yeah, well, sorry, what was the question?
I said it's a long race. 80 minutes tonight, and this place can sort of bite at any given moment, can't it?
Yeah, it's known for that. It's a wild place to get around, even on a simulator. So, hopefully we can keep her off the walls and have a good battle to the end.
Pete's got questions. He's just sitting there quiet.
No, I do. I'm just wondering, Brock, have you been warned out? I mean, to me, that was a really good lap. It was, you were hitting apexes, you weren't having understeer and oversteer. That was the pro demonstration of the lap. But the timing was just a little bit behind Sam. So it actually surprised me. I was convinced that was going to be a 4 in my mind. But look, cracking lap, and hopefully that series will move you to the pro series. So I don't want to race you. You're too fast.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, look, I'd say they'll be moving me up. I might have outgrown this series, but it's been good fun anyway.
Enjoy it while you got it, man. And look, good luck for the race. It's a long race. 80 minutes at Bathurst is never easy. The equivalent of 1.5 enduro stints anyway in a full 12 hour. But get out there, mate, and have a good time.
Cheers, guys.
Good luck.
Probably
Rob.
speak to you later.
Yeah, probably will be, mate. Good luck out there, buddy.
Hope so.
All right,
Alrighty.
send Brock. Now, just in regards to that question from the YouTube chat, yes, can confirm top 10 is the call from Race Control. Top 10 is the call, ladies and gentlemen. So not that far back in reality. It's only a couple of cars behind his main competitors. So we'll have to see what we can do. But we are going to quickly throw to another ad break where you can get and see all our sponsors' videos. And when we come back, we're going to line up for the 80-minute Enduro V8 AM series here at Bathurst. Don't go anywhere. All right, folks, you've got Robbie back in the box. Unfortunately, there looks to be a bit of a technical issue with the upcoming downtime. So we are trying to negotiate our way around that. So if you can bear with us just a little bit longer, we really do appreciate it. The staff and the team are working feverishly on a solution. But while I'm here, let's continue to have a chat and see how we can go, eh? Andrew Proctor, have you seen the new Benny Hill show? No, I haven't. But I didn't see the old one either. Yeah, so apparently the iRacing patch for the first week or whatever is scheduled and you can't run a server into it. So you can't run a session into when the downtime engages. So that's the problem that we've got. So a little bit out of our control on that side of things, but I'm sure the boys in the back scenes will get it going. It's just a little unfortunate that it just so happens to be tonight of all nights. But yeah, we'll do our best. We'll get a race on the go. But it may not be full length. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see what happens there. So we'll just wait for the call from the boys in the upstairs room when they pass information down to us and let us know what's going on, and we'll get it straight out to you. Sadly, it's a bit of an anticlimax to a hot championship this season. So once again, we were looking at a really good battle for the top 3 positions in the championship tonight, but see how that plays out. But yeah, we'll bring you the information as soon as it comes off the press. Pete Baxter is out there feverishly running around looking for answers. Got to make the old boy do a bit of work and get active. So got him doing the things out there. They're just working through bit by bit, so that's exactly right. Because we've only got an hour and 40 minutes, if you run a 2-hour server, it won't let you run it. And because you've got an hour 20-minute race, you got to run a 2-hour server. So there's the problem. It's already in that window of, oh dear. So it is what it is. But look, we will get it done. We will get some racing back on the screens in just a moment. Oh, Pete Baxter has come back into the box. Got any answers, Pete? Are you feverishly running around, or you finally stopped? Yeah. 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 All right, Pete, thanks for that. Yeah, sadly, you guys didn't hear what Pete was saying, but yeah, it looks like it could be a shortened race. Looks like it could be down to about a 40-minute race because we can only run server by the hour and we can't push that 2-hour window. So we'll be definitely trying to bring you guys something very, very soon. So we do thank you for your patience and hanging in there with us, and we do apologise as we face these little downtime dramas with iRacing. Yeah. All right, let me bring in Pete. Yeah, mate, I am here.
Yeah. Hey, so the guys have actually tried to bring up an hour server and iRacing's not letting them. So they're going to give one last chance of bringing up a 30-minute server. So get everybody, might be a short and sharp little...
Holy mollies.
Right, to determine the championship. But if that all else fails, I think, I won't even hazard a guess in terms of what the admin's going to do from there. But, that's our last-ditch effort right now, mate, is they're going to try and bring up a 30-minute server for us to get to a race. That'd be the perfect time server for someone like Leaky to have a race without getting too worn out, wouldn't it?
Well, okay, so that poses a question. If they can't run the race, does that then maybe count it as a drop round, Pete?
Well,
because that could change the dynamic of the championship.
This is where it becomes really important for the administrators to understand what they want to do, because there'll be people that will say, no, I'm free to race next week. Let's bring it next week. There'll be people that have planned their life and their commitments around the season as it's scheduled, and they won't be able to race next week. And I've already heard that Brock can't race next week, so he's the current champion leader. Well, and I think it's a lose situation to make a decision. But
can we just throw
either way?
Can we just throw some numbers around? Let's. For just the interesting part of the championship, if tonight didn't go ahead and it counted as a drop round, that means everybody who's got a drop round with points on the board that's in their drop round means this would take their drop round, which in theory, from all mathematical numbers, would actually hand the title to Ray Oliver by 57 points.
And this is where I think it's quite a challenge for the organisers. I don't think there's because there's not a decision that's going to make everybody happy. You can't. In fact, I went through.
Okay, so Cowie, sorry to cut you off, mate. Cowie's just put in the chat that they have agreed to a 30-minute race. Too many unavailable next week. Try to see if maintenance gods let admin post session up. So,
yeah, well, cross your fingers, cross your toes, Leaky, cross all your bones, and
cross all your bones.
We'll get a race up.
How many bones do you think he's got left, mate?
Oh, I don't know, but no, actually, don't do that, Leaky. They might break. But look, it's an unenviable position to be an administrator in this sort of position. When it's the last round of the championship, I've been in that position. I was come out. The Vets League had the same thing. The last round got cancelled due to a massive, downfall of iRacing on the night that was unexpected, and it was the last round of the championship, and we had the same case. We had people that couldn't drive another week. We had people that could drive the next week. But whether you do it as a drop round, some lose, some won't. Nobody wins in the situation.
No, that's exactly right.
It's a difficult one, and it's unfortunate because the way I read the patch 2 notes, it's not supposed to start till 12 o'clock GMT. Now,
that's 11
correct me if I'm wrong,
p.m. East Australian Eastern Daylight Time, so it's an hour and a half away.
Yeah, that's okay. So we should be able to still get an hour. But
if you read the notice, it says you can't schedule servers within into that time frame. So I think so. There's a
all right.
I believe
we're going to server up by the looks of it.
Looks like a hosted session under Mr. McAvoy there.
Hosted under McAvoy. So
Bryson McAvoy has a hosted session.
Okay, session up. It's under my name.
Got it.
Yes, searching for it now. Yep.
30 minutes. We've changed it because it wouldn't let me host because there's maintenance in
maintenance. Yeah,
in it.
Yep.
So it's under my name. 30-minute race, 1 lap of qualifying the entire field, and we're good.
All right, so we're going back to quali as well. All righty, that's interesting. Thanks for the info, Tyson.
No problem.
Yeah, take a breather, man. I know it's a tough gig being race control, and when things like this unplanned happen, it's a little bit more pressure. So take a breather, mate. I know you do a great job and unenviable. So get out there and we'll chat later.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Good luck.
All right, there you have it, folks. So it is going to be a 1-lap qualifier and a 30-minute race. So holy molies. Hold on to your hats.
After all of that,
shootout, quali, everything, it's come down to a
Ray
1 lap.
Ray Oliver gets another crack, doesn't he? Quali too.
Well, yeah. So Ray, strap the belts on, son.
Yeah.
Pull them belts tight. Take the fuel out of the car.
Sam has to pull another one out to and look, Sam was 0.6 of a second faster than everybody else, but can he do it under pressure if it's a 1 lap? It'll be I'm assuming it'll be a closed lap, and then and then we'll get underway for a quick 20-minute sprint race. How good's that?
Yeah, mate. What a way to finish the championship with just no pit stop. It's just flag to flag go. It's just a full level sprint.
Not only that, right? Some of these guys would have spent quite a bit of time, mate, doing their fuel calcs for an 80-minute race, working on their strategy, how are they going to approach it, what the windows were. And now she's just straight into it.
It's just out the window, like 30 minutes. Get into it, boys.
Yeah. All right. I'm excited.
All right, so they've got 10 minutes right now on practice, but we're just going to get all our overlays back up for you guys there at home. And we'll get straight back in here in just a moment. So bear with us as we get some things. Let's flick back over to live. And there we have it. We've got our action back on screen. But we have no overlays. What is it? Okay, so we have
action. Gremlins. What a beautiful night.
Thanks for the parking there, Tim. Good job, buddy. Put it up on the wall for us. Appreciate it. All right, so... that's right. Trading Paints is doing its little car loading. Sorry about that, guys. You might see a couple of white cars as it loads in. Do apologise for that, but it is under the circumstances. Not much we can do, but... Oh, Greg Leach will settle down, Pete, or you'll be in the bed next to him.
Save it, mate. If it's comfy, save it. I'll come and have a beer with you each afternoon. Alrighty, so one lap qualifier tonight. It's a set one lap. Looks like it's a closed, sole lone quali for one lap. 10 minutes, but what I believe the case will be is the race control will get everybody out on the move. In that 10 laps, get them to do that one lap, and as soon as everybody's finished, we'll advance the session and get into the racing as soon as possible. No messing around, Rob. Let's just get back to racing, eh?
Just belt it out, mate. Just get on in and have a crack at it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're still just sitting in practice at the moment. So guys are just getting a feel for the new track, new server, new track, right? So what does that mean? Has it changed the conditions?
19 degrees air temp and
28 degrees track temp.
Track, mate. There you go.
That is 5 degrees higher after what they've done from their shootout. So what does that change, mate? That changes your grip dynamics. It makes it a little bit slower. So
we just had because Tyson's opened the server, he's had to kick somebody up because they've randomly joined the server. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, look, he's obviously taken that well, and Charlie's come out. See, we might see a couple of rogue names come up on the timing tower, mate.
Yes, bear with us, guys. Again, it's out of our control tonight, unfortunately. iRacing can just put their patch right in a bad window for us, or the iRacing in general. And we can finally move on with it. But yeah, let's see how we go.
Alrighty, so we've just advanced to the session. So in a few seconds, we're going to get on to the lone qualifying. Right, Rob, who do we follow, mate, for lone qualifying?
Oh, mate, I just might leave it on Scenic if we can get the timing tower up on the screen. We might just hit a Scenic cam and just let him go, I think, because it's going to be rapid pace out there, mate. It's going to be all over it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all just going to go
We'll just try
out.
and follow them, I guess. We'll just try and flip through the cars and might actually...
Oh, that'll go. Yeah, look, we've got Sam up there. Yep.
The page. It looks like STK might have had a bit of a hissy fit. But yeah, no, we'll...
STK going down in sympathy with iRacing, I think.
It looks like it made it. Looks like it might have had a bit of an issue, but yeah, we'll bounce through and we'll try and keep up with your favourite driver. So again, guys, let us know who your driver is out there, and we'll try and pick them up and see where they're up on their lap. But yeah, it's certainly going to be a flat out just run to the one lap dash to get the quali done.
Yeah,
which is also good for the big sinker, mate, because he might actually get up inside a good position here.
Stay on the track, sinker. Look, and live timing up, we'll be able to keep an eye across the board, despite the picture only being one car. It looks like Sam Christensen's going out to do a really fast warm-up lap. His sectors are faster than everybody else, just in a while, like by a lot. So
he's a long way up on the times.
Yeah.
Put Leaky up. Leaky. I can't put Leaky up because Leaky doesn't race yet.
Oh, log into the server, Leaky. Oh, no, hang on, we're in quality. So.
Log into the server. No, you can't do that, Pete.
Don't, Leaky. Yeah.
So,
That's all right.
I want to see if anybody can pick up what is wrong with this car. There is a problem with this car. Can somebody pick it up and tell me why it's wrong and what it is?
Kind of looked like it touched the wall to me somehow.
Come on, all you Eagle Eye race fans out there. I know there's a lot of you out in the chat. Can somebody tell me what is wrong with that car?
Ready? Sam Christensen's hit the first. Sam's hit the fastest. No, Steve Sinkovic has just gone fastest in Sector 1, mate. The big sinker.
What is it with the paint, SLM? What is it with the paint on Sam Christensen's car, and why is it like it is? Oh, Sam's... Oh, hang on.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Proctor's got it right. Well, kind of. It's actually the same livery that's for a Mustang, but he's got it on the Commodore. And so it doesn't quite line up with certain things on the car. So for any of you OCD painters out there, I feel your pain. I really do. I really do feel your pain. So Daniel Schultz, the boys are just gonna let rip here, I think.
Yeah, no, well, Steve Sinkovic has got a purple for Sector 1 out of everybody so far.
Are you sure?
So we've got Tim Nichols got 2 purples, Sector
Sam
2 and
Christensen's
3.
got the purple, mate. Sinker hasn't got a Sector 1 time in my book.
He has on my timing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What time have you got for Sector 1?
21 flat.
21? That's almost 1.4 seconds quicker than anybody else. There's no way.
It's bizarre. I know, because it's Sinker, right? But, hang on. No, but I mean, all I'm doing is reading my timing screen, mate.
No way, mate.
Yeah. But anyway, so Dan Schultz has gone to the top. Ray Oliver has now gone to the top with a 2:06.55.
Oh,
so time's a little bit slower.
Right behind him. Brock Mottershead says, no way, boys. I'm there. Tim Nichol has gone to the top.
There you go. It's with a 2:04, mate. That's our first 4 of the night.
Andrew Cowan into P2.
Oh, wow, that's a cracking time. 2:05.2 for Cowie.
I think that's it.
No. That time I was reading for Sinker was his outlap. So his 21 seconds was his outlap from pit exit to the pit to the first one. So Sinker's the last car on doing his lap right now, and he's only in Sector 2. So we've got a little bit to wait to get Sinker's time in, and then we should be able to advance the race. That's my timing's telling me.
All right, I'm not.
License just called if anyone's still on the laps, but Sinker's just registered a 58.9, so in a sector. So he's something's gone wrong with there anyway. So
I've got no one physically out there, mate. So yeah, that's going to be our grid.
Well, we got the grid, mate. Go through it.
Oh, actually.
We're getting straight in on it, mate.
Yeah, we're going. So apparently,
yep.
Oh,
well, there we go. So
it's been
rolling
a mess
start
all night. Yeah.
Rolling start, 20-minute race. There we go. We got Tim Nichol, Andy Cowan, P1 and 2. We've got Brock Mothershead in P3 with Ray Oliver in P4. So there's the championship, right? In the top 5 cars, right? Dan Schultz sitting there in 5.
Oh, Bradley Wall 6.
Bradley
Dan
Wall
Schultz.
6.
Dan Schultz is... Where is Schultz? He's P8.
P8. And we've got Sam Christensen, our fast guy for the night so far, from all accounts, down the back.
Yeah, mate. So Brock Mottershead out of 3. Ray Oliver out of 4. So they're your combatants for 1 and 2. And then Bradley Wall is back there in 6th. And Cowie is off P2, and he's fighting with Bradley Wall for P3 in the championship.
She's all open. And disregard... on the race. All right, so there we go, mate. So a little bit of an update from race control. We got so we've got a rolling start. We do have safety cars coming out tonight if there is a need for them. So the request to tow rule is still in effect. It's going to be a rolling start. We're just about to get going, and we've got a few names there that we don't need to count. So all a little bit, mate. Does that mess with drivers' heads, mate? We've got the championship to go, and it's everything to race for in 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, here we go. I mean, it's going to be on. So, no parking in the grid spots, mate. It's going to be safety car in, bang, gone. It's out of here. This is going to be helter-skelter for the last, 15 or 16 laps.
Well, 30 minutes at Bathurst. So, yeah, I'm calling 14 laps.
I mean, the sound of you deaf. Oh, damn, boy.
We might need to send SLM Gaming off to Leakey's hearing aid specialist.
I reckon.
But alrighty, we are off.
All right, let's see how the boys go here. Are away. So Tim Nicol definitely got the little run there. Oh, who's that up the inside? 64. Daniel Schultz trying to get on there. Cowie's going to get in the lead.
And there's a call for contact for the start, but Cowie's
up the inside.
He is giving it everything, isn't it? There's no hold bars. You said that in the top 10 shootout. Cowie's giving it a go.
Mottershead going. Oh, Mottershead up the inside as well. Is he going to get up? He is. He's going to get in there.
All right, that's a good start from Cowie. He's been aggressive on the start. He got the car.
Brock's around. That's a big that's
Brock turnaround.
That's taken
that is
everybody.
A massive crash, and the safety car has been called out. So Cowie's not going to get the lovely driveway that he thought he had. And yeah, we got quite a few cars damaged there. What do you think happened here, Rob? Do you think?
I think Tim might have just got a lip. Oh no, it doesn't look like it. No, it looks like Brock's just. Oh
yeah, no, there's a tap there for sure.
And then everyone just had nowhere to go, and then just
nowhere to go.
Dunk, dunk.
You just, and that place at the cutting is almost next to impossible to know that there's a car turned around. So
Peter Pavlovich called for a tow as well.
And I think we've got a couple of cars for tow. So
Steve, what's Sinker doing there?
And we'll let the race just settle down. The safety car will let the race settle down. And, get the guys back out.
Back into it.
And take a breath again. And then we do another rolling start and away we go. We're going to be down to a 20-minute, 25-minute race, Rob.
So let's throw this out there. Andrew Cowan, P1. Bradley Wall, P2. Currently on track. That's 200 and 194 points. So there's not enough there for Cowie to beat Bradley Wall. But that is enough for Bradley Wall to win the overall. However, Brock in P10, if I get the numbers for P10, bear with me. Where are my numbers? Where are my numbers? I've lost my numbers. There they are. So P10 is 146 points. So 146 would just keep him in front, I think, by a very squeaky little margin.
Wow.
Oh, well, that's also a good point. Yeah, we're working on sprint points or enduro points now. Because that could change the whole dynamic as well. Ah, bugger it. Throw everything out the window. We don't know. Let's just race on.
Questions. Sinker, get up and win and take all the points for us, right?
Andrew Proctor in the chat. Throw all the numbers away. Throw it all over the shoulder. We're going racing. That's all we need.
Now I'm just going to have a bit of a look at Brock Motherhead car. Now it looks all right at the front. It's got a few scratches down the left-hand side, a little bit of damage on the rear spoiler. So probably not too much that it's going to hold him up. I think so. Brock's still in to fight back. He's got a couple of cars in front of him that don't have a rear spoiler sitting on their car anymore, Rob. So I wouldn't say, even though it's a short race, that Brock's out of this in terms of points, mate.
I wouldn't say just yet, mate. No, but this, you know, is going to be on for young and old between me. Look at Daniel Schultz's car. There's just no back clip on that car. And then you got Troy Dooley behind there as well with no clip on the back of his car. So they're two cars that are just, they're not going to be very happy, that's for sure.
Alrighty, so it looks like we've got all the cars back on track. So I think we're going to just do another lap behind
Green this time around.
Maybe. So it's depending on the guys that have just come out of the pits. If they catch the train, they're going to go. If not, the safety car's going to do another lap. So Tyson's just watching that on his map. And you see that they're just coming up out of the cutting up towards the drain there. He just slows them up. They might get around in terms of getting. I think the aim is to get this race going as soon as possible. So yeah, the two guys are back now. Fast repairs back. So they are good to go. They got fresh cars.
Yeah, looking at the speeds, they're dropping to 65 in the safety car, and these boys are not slowing down, so they're going to get to the back of that quite easily.
And they're going to have warm tyres and fresh cars. Oh, mate, this has got love written all over it, hasn't it?
This has got absolute mayhem.
Alrighty, so the supercar you see with the lights flashing is the safety car tonight. It's another thing that's changed as a result of the server, but the server issues we've had, but it's still performing the same function. You just see the headlights flashing. You'll see that car will pull off very shortly, and our leader, Cowie, will get... so safety cars pull away, Cowie's going to take control, and then he will make a start at some stage after the safety car is safely in pit lane. There we go. So Cowie's got the lead now, Rob.
On track now. Yeah, debris. Yeah, hold up. I remember that call from Dick Johnson Racing. Yeah, Team Penske. That was quite the call. All right, mate. Well, we are going live again. We're back in with the racing, so we'll have to see if the boys can get a clean lap this time around. Oh, Sam Christensen's looking real racy at the back end there.
No, and Brock's got Sinker already, so he's right now on the back of Sam. And Troy's got the rear. Troy's car's beaten up, so he's going to be slow on the straight. I think that might be an easy pass for Sam.
Oh, Brock was on the big shake there. There's Brett in the background as well, Brett Taylor. The Sam's got him. Brock's going to get up the inside here very nicely.
Yeah, Troy's going to struggle with that car the way it is.
Ray over here. Car looking pretty straight right now for Ray. So we'll just keep our eyes back on some of these battles up the front with Bradley Wall and Andrew Cowan, because we do know this place, even in a race like this now, and you've got no choice but to go hard, that it could bite. Sam had a big shake there. Did you see that, Pete?
That was a lovely show. I mean, you know, cold tyres. Remember Sam said that his car's better on the second lap. So,
Second lap, yeah.
You know, that cold tyre, even though the track's a little bit warmer, you know, get Sam rolling and he'll get his pace up on the second lap, as he talked about earlier. Now, you know, we haven't got the timing screen up there on your screen, Rob, but I can tell you now, you know, there's 22 minutes to go, everybody, in the race at the moment. So we're looking at about another 10 laps of Bathurst, which is, you know, as we know, it's a sprint race, but 10 laps of Bathurst is never easy anyway.
No, that's exactly right. It's not. And yeah, I'm not sure why that isn't up there. That is a big out of my... I think it's because it's a hosted session. I think that's why it's not showing. So
that's all right. We'll just keep everyone updated on the time to go with the expected laps.
Well, they've just gotten around Troy Dooley, so there you go. He's now on the march towards Tim Nicol. And Brett Taylor's looking really solid here on the brakes. Does he go? No, he doesn't. He sits back behind Troy there, but he'll definitely get a better exit going up the mountain straight for sure.
Yep, and we've got Brock coming onto Mountain Straight behind Dan Schultz with a damaged car as well, so I'd expect Brock might be able to just use a bit of a draft and get up inside Dan. I don't know whether Dan's going to give him too much trouble.
Oh.
No, he's going to defend.
Oh. He's gone to the inside.
Well, there's no love there with a damaged car, is there?
I mean, Dan's a racer, mate. He puts the helmet on or he grabs that remote control, mate. He's a racer. He's not going to give this up.
Yeah.
He's going to fight tooth and nail for it.
Brock's giving him a bit of a push there too, saying, come on, mate, get a move on. What that's done is that's let Tim Nicol get right up on the back of Brock too. So
I think there was a bit of a tap there too.
Yeah, Dan's holding Brock up here significantly. I think, you know, Brock's just got to be patient. Brock's just got to be patient and just come on to Forrest and Conrad. He'll get him because he'll just have the slipstream in the draft. So, he's just touched him again.
Yeah. Tim Nichol's just been given the penalty for that lap 1 contact there at the cutting, so...
Yeah, right, so, yeah, Tim's going to sit there. Oh, Brock's he's having a look.
Hold up. So no further action with the rest of that scramble that was happening there, but...
Alrighty, so a little bit of animosity there going between the drivers. I think, Dan's slowing Brock down a little bit, but they're moved on. Brock's got him now, but the interesting thing here, Tim's just got underneath Dan as well, and he's got that drive through to serve. So Tim Nicol, ladies and gents, car number 23, has been given a drive through penalty to serve as a result of the first lap incident in the cutting. All of the other cars that had contact in that incident have been cleared because it was a very tight and blind corner. And I think that's a reasonable decision because, you know, I've been around there before and you come around, you just can't see. Look, that's released Brock, but he's got a big gap now to Cowie, Brad Wall and Sam Christensen. How does that affect our championship, Rob, do you think?
Oh, mate, I don't even know where the points stand now. So all my numbers, I'm not sure where they were from. Whether they were from an enduro book, a sprint book, or what they were. So I've got no idea. I'm just enjoying the racing, mate.
Okay.
We'll figure points out at the end. We'll get the notifications when we need them.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that. Yep. Let's just call it a sprint endurance race with modified point structure in the end that we don't know about yet.
Exactly. We'll get the numbers updated when we can, so we'll try and keep you guys in the loop as much as possible. If we can't get the answers tonight, I'm sure they will be updated into the Discord given the circumstances around tonight's little technical glitch. Hopefully the boys can fight on and give us a good what is it now, 17 minutes.
So, we're looking at 17 minutes and 40 seconds by my clock at the moment. So, we've still got, I'd say that's, 8 laps to go. Plus maybe 9. Maybe 9 if there's one I check, depending on timing, I guess. So, 8 or 9 laps. I'm not sure whether Tyson set the 45% fuel in the new server either. So, 45% fuel. They might actually know pit. I don't think so, though. So Tim Nichol's been given his black flag. Now, is he going to serve at this lap? Yeah, so Tim's going straight in to serve at this lap. I think that's smart. You're going to have to get that right off. And if there's another safety car, you get that time all the way back. But that's going to hurt Tim's standings. But Brock's got open space. I think just got to get out there and have a look at those first three, mate.
Yeah, right. Oh, Peter Pavlovich back on the radio, permission to tow again. Let's throw back and see what's happened here. Where's he gone? Has he gone off down the end? Or is he just sitting at the... Right, so he's just been given the all clear to tow, so there hasn't been a safety car call. You know what he's done? He's jumped on the gas too early.
Yeah. Easy to do.
Especially that corner,
common to do in an AM series, Rob. So if Bathurst is in the next season, tuck that in the back of your mind. But we haven't seen Sinker do it yet, but I think Pete's the first victim, and that's Pete's second.
Oh, Sam's gone to the
pits, so he's going to have repairs. So
Sam, you got to remember, mate, that's the P2 in the championship, buddy. So. Sam's on fine, mate. He's rocking some lap times. 205.35 was his best, and he just ran a 205.4, and he's belted the wall. Just as we talk him up, he belts the wall.
Alrighty, so we have it confirmed that it is only a 45% tank, so we did get in the systems.
49.5 litres.
45%. So that was going to be 3 stops on an 80-minute. I think we're good. I think these guys will be good not to do a pit stop tonight. I'm pretty sure it'll be just a straight-out shootout, particularly after that safety car run.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're probably at a window now where you probably don't want to call a safety car. You probably just want to let this go now because you'll lose too much time on the safety car. Like I said, it's a 2-minute race lap. It's probably closer to almost a 3.5 minute lap under the safety car. So, you probably won't want to see that safety car back out again tonight. So, I mean, that's up to race control what they do there in the position that they're in, but we'll have to see how this plays out, folks. Again, not quite sure on the points update, so we're not 100% certain how this will shape out, but...
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I think... I just run it through. I just run some numbers through my own calculator. I think this is a pit stop race. My calculator's telling me this is an 11 lap fuel capacity race. So I'm expecting the guys, based on those numbers, I'm expecting the guys to start coming in about 4 or 5 laps time. Now we've got 13 minutes to go. So that's a long pit stop here at Bathurst.
SLM saying no pit at all. So SLM's pretty certain that it's a no pit because of the safety car. He's thinking maybe safety car.
Yeah,
maybe it did save enough. Yeah, that's possible.
My numbers are 11 laps without the safety car.
What was that coming off? Smoking off Ray Oliver's car. Oh, that's interesting. Bradley Wall here, 1.7 seconds behind Sam Christensen. So even after that wall strike, Sam's still flying. Brock Monishead there just on the... Oh, he was almost 2 wheels in the grass then.
Tell you what, they've spread out quickly. But you know who we haven't talked about tonight, mate? Cal Hodgkinson, sitting there just behind Troy Dooley. Now, Troy's got the damaged car. And there's Cal having a crack at him now. So obviously that damaged car's really slowing Troy down. And it's good to see Cal up there in P5 now.
Yeah, I mean, he's up 3 spots technically from his starting position. So, I mean, that's a good thing. It looks like the car's pretty clean.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, P6, sorry, yeah. The car looks straight, mate. So he's obviously done well to keep it out of too much of that trouble.
Yep, and I've just seen a little bit of chopping and changing between the big sinker and Brett Taylor, mate. So we we might have a little bit of a race on our hands at
Sinker's
the
in
back.
pit.
At the back here, Sinker's coming the pits now. Does that just is he coming in for a pair or you reckon it's enough for the old man?
Might be bedtime, mate.
Would be.
Up on the jacks. Watching, down on the jacks and go. No, it was an actual stop. So there you go.
That's a fuel stop there. That's a top and go. So that's a.
So did he short full, like fuel at the start?
Well, could have short fueled. What have we got? We're 11 minutes to go, so I'm going to call 11 minutes at about 6 laps to go. They've done 8 laps now, so that means it's going to be about 14 laps after the safety car. With a single safety car lap. So I'm going to call this still as a pit stop race. So I know SLM is out there saying that they won't make it, but I'm calling this, mate. I think it's a pit stop race, or we've got some guys that are going to be really coy on the throttle.
Well, mate, and I mean, look, if you're in a position where you're fighting, what do? Do you press on hard? Do you know your fuel's limited? Do you try and make like this man on screen, Ray Oliver? He is in the championship fight with Bradley Wall and Brock Monteshead. Does he try and go hard and fast to it and top up and go again, or does he try and...
Well, it becomes the question of, do you know who you're racing?
It's your bedtime.
Who are you? Who are, it is past my bedtime. Sorry, Leaky, you beat me. Are they racing for position, or are they racing for points now? And if you're racing just for points, are you going to do the opposite or the same as the guy you're racing with for points? So there's a couple of things there in play, and we see Troy coming in for the pit stop. I don't think he's used a fast repair yet, so he might be able to get a bit of car back. And
they followed him. You see that? The two boys at top of screen, they came in as well. So, it's the question's being raised. Can they do it?
There you go. And look, Troy's used his fast repair there. You see the car has fixed itself up. So he's going to get some speed back now. There's my man Brett Taylor coming out in front of Troy. So he's picked up a position there in that pit stop.
No, Brett Taylor did a drive-through. He didn't actually stop. So the 175 got a drive-through for contact with 64, I believe. I heard on the race control channel.
Roger that, yep.
So that's why he didn't stop. He just trundled down pit lane and kept on going. So,
well, there you go, mate. My man Brett Taylor's just lied to me, hasn't he? Because I've said that he's the smoothest and cleanest driver I've come across in iRacing, and he's got a black flag. So it happens to all of us at times.
We didn't catch that. Let's have a look. I think it was this one here. Let's have a look and see what happened. This is what the call was for, I think.
So that's
here we go. Here comes Brett.
Brett coming behind him. He's just got a lot more momentum. Go in front of his touch the wall.
Oh, bang. Oh,
wow.
Ouch.
Yeah, all right. Okay, yep, I'll go with the race control call on that one. A hard spot on the track to do anything.
Look who it is. Championship leader.
There we go.
He's made the call. He's deep in the break too.
I'm going to take that one over SLM tonight. I think, calling the pit stop. So, everybody listening is going to be so glad that we're driving next season. So they're all in, right? So what have we got? We have 8 minutes left in the server, so we're still looking at least a 4 lap race, after this. After what looks to be the leaders' pit stops now.
Well, Andrew Cowan's still leading, mate. You've got a nearly 3 second gap over Sam Christensen, but that is coming down fast.
It is coming down fast, but I'm noting that the big sinker, mate, is sitting just behind Dan Schultz on track. Right, he's racing. Let's get onto him. There we go. Now that is proof that even the guy that can spin the hardest and rocket man Steve Sinker from Silverstone can get up there and still race with everybody. So, there is hope for Leaky yet, and there's hope for you and I guess, when we get in there, and we can use Sinker as a bit of a benchmark. And,
well, Andrew Proctor's just given us another thing to think about here, Pete. Because has Ray Oliver at the start, when he went into the pit lane, has he topped up on the first lap?
Yeah, but if it's 11 laps, I still don't think it's enough, unless he's going to feel safe. Because we've got about 14 flying laps. So if Ray, I think he might be still 1 or 2 laps short. So he's going to have to be really smart on that. He might be able to make it, but it's a short period to be able to feel safe that far. So.
Bradley Wall entered pit lane, so that's going to give Ray Oliver here. This is going to give Ray a really good shot at getting up there. This is interesting. Bradley Wall still hasn't stopped in the pit bay yet. He's going to drop this position to Ray Oliver. The battle up the front is heating up. These boys, lightning fast. So there goes Ray Oliver in the P3. Bradley Wall still in pit lane. He's got about a 10-second stop, I think. Or a little bit under, maybe 8.5, 9 seconds. Oh, 10 seconds. There you go, 10.6 seconds. Sam is on an absolute charge, mate. Has he got the fastest lap of the race? No, he doesn't. Tim Nicol got the fastest lap, 2:05.26. Plays 2:05.35. So Sam Christensen not quite with the fastest lap of the race. But
and Tim Nichols just put in a 2:04.7, mate. So Tim's flying.
He's on a fast one. And the only ones in the top contenders that don't have incident points right now is Andrew Cowan, Bradley Wall, Brett Taylor, Troy Dooley. They're the only guys in the top 5 or 6 that have got no incident points. So again, those bonus points could come into play here, folks. It's 3 bonus points.
To be honest, mate, I don't know how they got through the cutting on lap 1 without getting 4x for every car.
Oh, exactly, mate. Yeah, that was crazy. Look at this. Troy Dooley on the back of your man now. Brett Taylor. He's got that fast car now.
And Troy's got his fast car. He's got that car repaired, and he's got the head down. He's going to put a little bit of pressure there on Brett. Brett's just off the apexes a little bit.
Here they come. 2 leaders. Where's Ray? Ray's coming down the straight. This is going to be tight, folks.
All right, keep an eye on Ray, mate. I've got my eye on the cars in the pit lane. So I'll tell you where they're at now. So we got neither car has stopped yet.
All right, let's see.
Neither car, keep an eye on Ray. Have you got Ray coming around the corner yet?
Yeah, we're going to be watching. We're going to try and see how he stops.
Yep. All right, so they're both stopped.
Here we go.
Yeah, we have 3 minutes.
There's Ray on the straight.
3 minutes and 50 seconds to race. So.
Oh no!
Oh no! Cowie has spun at pit exit. No. Oh, okay. That's massive advantage, Ray Oliver. Oh, Cowie's going to be kicking himself, mate. He is really going to be kicking himself. He must have just popped the pit straight speed limit off and just got really aggressive on the throttle.
Oh no!
And just hit the wall. He got going pretty quick, but geez, oh man, wow!
That's a very damaged car.
Right. See what Sprint Races does to you.
See if we can see what he's done here, because he's gotten off the jacks well. I think he might have seen Ray in the relative just coming up on him. He probably thought, I need to get out. And he's gotten off, hit that little bump, and then just
too much, too quick.
Too much dandle, as a few of our commentators would call it. A little bit too much dandle. And look who's on the back.
Too much dandle, and that's
look who's on the back.
All righty.
Oh no. Look who's on the back. 6-second lead with 2.5 minutes to go. 6-second lead to this man on screen.
No, does he have the fuel to get to the end? Does he have the fuel to get to the end? My head says he's 1 lap short.
Oh.
Yeah,
Pete, stop it. It's already juicy enough. Stop it.
I mean, he's gonna show us right as he goes past the pit lane up into it.
Oh, Brad's going shallow. Cowie's got way too much energy. He can't straight line speeds down on that car.
No, that's right. So, can Sam make that gap on Cowie? Oh, I don't know. There's only really probably
2 seconds, mate.
No, 2 laps to go.
Watching him. He's shredding time, dude. He's
he's in the pits, mate.
Time out.
Yes, he's in the pits. He's in the pits? No, he's not in the pits. I thought he was in the pits there.
Ray Oliver, mate.
Ray Oliver. Where is he?
No,
he's on track?
Right there. But there's Brock Mottershead. We said 6 seconds, but
all right.
That's down a lot.
1 minute 26 seconds to go. So I think there'll be one more lap after
we
this
just
one.
Called 6. Who was that?
So Dan Schultz has just called permission to tow. So something's happened to Dan there, but he'll be given the all clear because only a little bit left in the race. We won't see a safety car this lap.
We were just talking 6 seconds this gap here, Ray to Brock Mottershead. Now it's down to under a second and a half. And last lap, Ray was a 2:11.26.
Fuel, mate. Fuel saving. That's what I think Ray's going to run out of fuel.
Let's get on board.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think Ray's got the fuel he needs because if they got another lap, he's going to need to come out. Or either that, or he's gone. I'm going to have to really fuel save and slow down. Somebody like that doesn't give up 6 seconds on a couple of straights.
It is white flag. So have confirmed from race control. This is white flag. There you go. So, what's this look like from Brock Mottershead? What happens here down the straight, folks? Does Ray block for his life?
Does Ray have enough fuel to get to the wave around zone?
I don't think it's going to matter for the championship because I don't think he'll have enough to climb over Brock anyway.
No, Brock's got the pace over here. Ray must be fuel saving because he hasn't got any damage on that car. Yeah, he is making it. No, there is trouble there between Ray and Brock.
Let it redress. Let him redress. Does he redress or does he press on?
He certainly hasn't pushed past Brock, so he's sitting there. And now we've got a lot of action. 3 wide behind them, mate.
Look, this is Cowie in the 2 SRW boys. 22. Bradley Wall.
Cowie on the inside, Brad Wall on the outside.
Sam's going to get P3.
Sam Christensen, Sam gets P3. Cowie P4 after his pit stop deliver. And Brad Wall P5. So Brock takes it out after a little bit of a touch-up in the chase. Brock might have to jump in behind Ray and push him to the wave around zone so he can actually tow and get his car home. And then we've got Sam Christensen almost coming from nowhere with a 3 wide in the lap.
Look at this. The big sinker's going to finish. No way, not in front of Brett Taylor. Come on,
no, Brett, don't do it to me. Brett's had a real. He's having a go on the inside. Brett. Sinker's coming. Sinker's got the apex. Brett's had the lip. Sinker's got to
get a top 10 finish.
Oh, Brett, you're my yardstick. You can't finish behind the sinker, you man. You're my yardstick, Brett.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, who said there was no action in this?
Daniel Schultz was on the grass early there. Oh my goodness. Steven Sinkovic inside the top 10. Sir, take a bow. Look at this. This is still on between Dan and Pete.
Well,
gonna get Dan. Dan's gonna get him. It's gonna be a neck and neck finish. Pete got him.
Yeah, neck and neck finish. Pete got him. Just by. Pete got him. Yeah.
Pete got him. Yeah, Pete hung on.
That.
Wow. There you go, folks. It might have been a short, sharp race, but geez, that had a lot of guts to it.
So, let's do a quick recap before we get the podium in. So tonight we've had a cracking qualifying. A top 10 shootout on an ice-cold track where there was DQs and half the field actually got incident points. we then went to, after some technical difficulties, we then went to a 30-minute sprint race with a single lap lone qualifier that mixed up the field again. And then we've just seen one of the best finishes where nearly every car has had someone to race with in the finish, mate. How good is that? That is great racing.
Oh, it's fantastic, mate. Honestly, like, this season has just turned it on for you guys there in the YouTube land, the Facebook land. This has turned it on this season, even with major issues with iRacing and stuff. But yeah, it's been a cracking season. We just got word in. Steven Sinkovich, did he go? Can do my interview for me or grab Dan? Okay, so Bradley Wall sadly won't be able to make an interview, but I don't think he finished in a podium spot anyway. And we're not 100% certain on the championship due to the points misunderstanding there, but I guess we'll try and nut out. We might try and grab the big sinker in here and maybe have a chat and see if we can get a bit of light in on the situation. Well, mate, let's start getting these boys in, shall we?
Yeah, and then we'll get Sinker last. So let's have a chat with the podium.
Let's get Sam in here. Sam, mate, how was that?
I don't know how I ended up third, to be honest. I do not know how. It just I guess it happened, right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
did you see that?
It was.
Oh, mate, we were screaming it. It was just like, wow, what happened there? You came from nowhere. It was like cars were slowing down to get to the end. Yeah. And then there was a three-way fight in the last 5% of the track. And somebody's called it out as a wind cut frosty moment at the end of the track. You guys coming to finish. So,
yeah, I thought it was like,
what a cracker. Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. The pit stop was pretty long. It was like 20 seconds or something. I think I had damage off that incident at the start. Because I had heaps of understeer the whole time. I don't know why, but yeah, it was a good race nonetheless.
Yeah, the track was a little bit warmer than your shootout one, so
yeah, it was a bit warmer.
And we're talking about you mentioned about your car being faster on its second lap, but I think it just got sort of faster through the race for you as you settled in to the race. So,
I don't know how much. Did the first two pit?
Yes.
As well?
Oh, yes, everyone
was caught up in that first one, and then Brock did a stop around lap 9. So, yeah, they go about 10 seconds, I think, in their pit stop was the average.
Right. Okay, that's pretty good.
So you weren't far off it, mate.
No, you weren't far off it, mate. You had
close.
a good crack.
It was close. So I have to go rewatch that incident at the end.
I'm
interested to see what it looks like.
Go and have a look. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Really good
also,
stuff.
I'd like to shout out good old Dan for the setup and SRW sponsors for putting me on board as well.
Yeah, well, we're just about to ask you that, but absolutely fair enough there. But mate, what a race! Was it fun out there though?
It was fun. It was fun when the tires went off because you just slide everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Well, if you're going to be part of Team SRW for the long run, we might see you on track next season, eh?
Hopefully.
Good on you.
Thank you very
All
much,
right.
mate.
Well, congratulations on your P3 tonight, Sam. It was good to have you in the race, and all the best. Well done.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
Thanks, Sam.
Have a good one, guys.
All righty.
All right, let's bounce to Ray Oliver. Let's get Mr. Ray Oliver in here. Mr. Oliver, how was that, mate? Helter Skelter 30 minutes.
That was just, I needed my own little fueling plane with me.
What happened there in the closing stages? We saw you had a 6-second gap, and then all of a sudden it was down to nothing, and then there goes Brock right past you. Was it just fuel saving?
Well, when you're lifting going into turn 2, half throttle all the way across the top and coasting down into Forest Elbow and then lifting about 6 years before you actually get to the chase, he did well to catch me.
Well said, mate. That's pretty bummed there with the start, I'm guessing, in the cutting there. Just a bit of concertina and just nowhere to go.
It's one of those things. I know, it's a blind corner, but people have this tendency of still going through their flat. And if you've got some of your programs running, it's usually saying there's an accident up ahead. So that's not picking on anybody. It's just one of those things that's always going to be frustrating with that corner because it's just the way it is. And if somebody does tag somebody gently up the arse, it's going around anyway. So there's nothing you can do from that point of view. It's just how people react through it. That's the only problem.
Yeah, right. Well, we don't actually have a points update and how that's all going to work for tonight because of all the bouncing and the technical difficulties. But obviously, you're going to be in a very good position to hold that P2 in the championship. So, mate, tell us who's keeping you out there and who's kept you in for the season.
Big shout out tonight to Harry and to Kyle because if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't have happened. We were bouncing off the fuel numbers like there was no tomorrow. And I think Harry needed to disappear. I think he's going into the old white suit and into a white padded cell after that one. Yeah, I think he was more nervous than I was, to be honest.
Oh, well said.
Yeah. I called it as a close one through the race, and there were some people that disagree with me. But when you started lifting like that, I went, "Oh, no, it's going to be a close one." So,
it was all dependent on the safety cars, and seeing a few of the other boys going off behind me, I was like, "Oh, this is even better." But unfortunately, they got out of the tyre barriers. It's just one of those things of you know what it's like around this place. If somebody goes off, there's a fair chance the safety car is going to be doing more laps than a backmarker.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Take that, Rob. Tuck that in your
yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
No, good on you, Ray. And well done tonight. P2 is a great result after what happened in the start of that race for you. And to fight back like that, even with a fuel strategy, running on the smell of an oily rag at the end. Did you get a push round to get to the away round zone so you could tow and not get disqualified?
Let's just say I pulled over a mountain straight because she had no more path. But let's not go into those comments. I'll plead ignorance to Shane Van Gisbergen and probably have a letter from Scafie tomorrow.
No, we'll let you get back out there, mate. It looks like it's probably a solid result for the championship as well. So we'll try and keep our fingers on that. We might catch you throughout the week.
It should put us into second because I beat the other two that were third and fourth. So theoretically, I think that's where we are.
Probably maintain P2.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's a P2 result, buddy. But well done. Congratulations.
If we put it off for another week, it would have been good because Brock wouldn't have been here. all kudos. I've got to say, 10 out of 10 for Brock. He's done a good season and he's been respectful. And that whole last little run we were both on the limit trying to do what we're doing and we both knew. So it's one of those things of it's good to race people like that because, if there's an accident, it's a genuine accident.
Yeah, that's right. And
good job,
it
mate.
looked like your fuel saving forced you to redress, or you did redress. So,
I showed respect. I could have gone flat from when I got out of the elbow, but I'm not going to win like that. That's not how you play the game. So you got to show as much respect as possible to everybody.
Look, that's the aim of the game for everybody in this game, really. So, good point, Ray.
All right, boys. Can I just quickly actually thank the rest of the sponsors?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah. Go for it, mate.
Energy, All Ports Gaming, TIOCM, the Pet Door Company, and FH Creative, and Brados and all the boys. Cheers for everything you've done in the last 12 months. Cheers.
Exactly right, mate. Well said, and we'll catch you probably throughout the week, my friend.
No problems. You will do.
All right, mate.
All right. Cheers, Ray.
All right, Brock. Brock Mottershead, what can we say, mate? It's gonna be a championship. It's gonna be a top of the podium tonight. It was a classic race out there. Take us through it, buddy.
Bathurst just doesn't disappoint, does it?
What a way to start the interview. Bathurst doesn't disappoint. Is there not a better way to start an interview than that? I don't know.
Well, apart from the rolling start, getting turned around in the cutting there, and then thinking that I didn't have enough fuel to even finish the race, I managed a burnout and a big jump at the end. So I'm quite happy, actually, even if I'm taking home a bit of silverware as well.
Yeah, no, well,
there you go.
It looked like, depending on the point structure, mate, but you were clear out there tonight. You got the podium. You're already in the front of the championship by about 50 points, I think. So, I mean, it's pretty well cemented in place. It's yours to take away this season at least. So, congratulations, mate. Well done.
Can't complain with that.
You put we just had big praise from Ray Oliver there saying, you've been the class act to this season, and he loves racing with you door to door, and he knows if anything's going to happen, it's going to be pure accident. It's not a malicious intent. So that's got to be high praise from your fellow drivers, mate.
Yeah, well, that's it. If you start dive bombing people and crashing into them and taking it out, it just takes the fun out of it. So, you race clean, it's more enjoyable, and, everyone's happy at the end of the race. You can all jump in the chat later and have a chat, not kind of, take it back out on the following week, So, yeah, it's it's definitely good.
Awesome, mate. All I got to say is, congratulations. I've been here watching you for 4 weeks. You've been a superstar AM driver. Leading up the front in all of the races. You've been driving, really classy. So well done. Enjoy the win, and certainly, be proud of a championship. Well done.
Thanks, guys. It's been fun. So hopefully next season we can maybe mix it with the big fellas, but I don't know about that. I'm not that good.
You say that, mate, but I'm sure
Dylan Gray said that, Robbie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Dylan Gray said that, and he's rattled the cage of those big boys at times. So don't be too shy, Brock. I'm sure you'll go well, mate. But, mate, give us the shout-outs. Who keeps you guys on track and doing the things that you do, and obviously stealing I've been taking these championships away from everybody else.
Yeah, so on board we've got Riot Sim Racing, Bliss Homes, who's sponsoring us, Mark Hughes Foundation, and Gamer Gear Direct. They're helping us out with our hardware, giving us discounts and that. So if anyone else needs a a little discount or something, swing through our Discord and we should be able to hit you up, tee you up with a bit of a discount or get you a good deal anyway. So yeah, thanks guys.
Excellent, mate. Well done this season. And we hope to see some more results from you next season, buddy.
Cheers, guys. Thanks. It's been fun.
Yeah, well, there you go. What a champion. What an absolute AM champion, Rob. So
I think we did have the big sinker in here before, but I kicked him out. So let's
drag him back in. Yeah,
Mr. Sinkovich, sorry for kicking you out before, but back in the box now. How was that out there tonight?
Look after all the dramas and all the eventful between race sort of stuff. The race was a fun race in the end. It was. These boys do not disappoint. That's for sure. They leave everything on the track. It's good to be part of it. I'm already can't wait for next season. That's for sure.
Mate, we've got to give you kudos. We have to give you the top level kudos for the night. Plus 4 spots and finished inside the top 10.
Yeah.
What is going on? Did you get a super sub driver in or something tonight?
No, I just ran everyone off the road, mate.
That'd be right, Pete. This is what we got to compete with next season. We got to compete with this.
But it was quite funny. It was Pete spun in front of me, and I just slowly drove past him. Then my own teammate Dan Schultz blew an engine. I just drove past him, and I think what saved me was that I actually pitted like 6 laps to go, and by the time other guys pitted, my tyres were already warm. So I got to get my outlap was good. So that was probably the only thing that saved me. But it's good for these guys to give me a charity top 10. 3, 4 guys getting it, for me, and just so people in the YouTube world know that I've beaten Dan Schultz 2 weeks in a row.
But you actually got one over Brett Taylor, mate. You finished in front of, Brett Taylor.
I don't know how that happened because I was just saying to Brett in the room. Brett used to be my pace. We used to be amongst the back, and I said, mate, what's going on? He goes, just practice, man, just practice. So look, fair to say, I was the slowest guy out there, and I deserved to finish last. But you know what? It's Bathurst. I told Brock he was at one stage he was like 20 seconds behind Ray, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm done." And I said, "No, mate, it's Bathurst. Anything is possible. You just do not know. All it takes is to touch the front wheel, and all of a sudden you've got no pace around corners and stuff like that. You just got to leave it all on the track." And I didn't see it, but because I was so far behind, but he won the race, and so it was good. Cowie threw it away. It was action everywhere.
You must have given Cowie some of your luck, mate. You must have rubbed it off on him because as he exited pit lane, he smacked the wall. So he rotated and hit the wall. So I wouldn't mind chatting with Cowie at some point about that little
Yeah, he's
up
just
there,
gone to
but
bed. I think he's gone to sulk. He's just gone to bed. But yeah,
you're pretty
we were in
filthy.
the same room, and all I could hear was whoa.
You're evil,
But it was-
man. You're an evil man.
Oh, I know. But it was like it was. I don't know what the temps were doing or what it was going on, but near the end, the tyres are just all over the place. Like I was just barely keeping it off the wall. So all I knew is I had to keep it on the black stuff and take it home. And I shut the door on Brett at one point at the very, very end.
Yeah, we saw that.
Hopefully, it was a polite shutting of the door. It wasn't too last minute, but yeah, look, it was fun. It's I take my hat off to these guys. I hope they all stick around because there's some of the guys that we started with in the old FRL days are coming back to race in Tuesday night because they've heard how much fun it is. And I think we're going to have a really, really tight crop across top to bottom with the boys that are already here now. So I'm really excited about next season. Can't wait.
Well, and you've got us two dummies coming as well. So
yeah.
I think your challenge is to find two gobs to take over the microphones. But looking forward to some racing, mate.
It's going to be fun, man. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I can't wait. I might even have to practice.
Oh, he's thrown the P word out there, everybody. He's thrown the P word at us.
Yeah, I might have to actually practice. So,
I'm pretty sure SRW had a driver trainer at some stage, Steve. You might be able to tap him on the shoulder and use him as one of the key dudes in the league.
They do. We did. Well, we're planning on having Monday night as training night, so we'll just see who we can call into to being a coach for next season because a few boys will need it. And look, it's all fun. It's all fun. That's the main thing.
You know, one target needs to be Brock Monteshead, I think, for the AM series. Coach for next season.
Yeah, he's done really well. Really well. Yeah.
Done also.
Anyway.
I saw
and well done. Congratulations on rolling up another AM season 1 for 2023 for SRW. It's been a ball. I've had a blast the last 4 weeks coming in commentary and having a chat about how everyone's doing. So all I can say is thanks for that. I'm looking forward to being on the track with you guys next season, and hopefully we'll be able to drag a few other developing supercar drivers. I'll have to call us all and Leaky along for the ride.
Yes. If you're out there and your iRacing rating is over 2,000, I don't want you. I want some more 900s and 800s and 1200s. I'd like to, if I could strategically let people in, I'd make myself a mid-pack driver by letting in really slow people. You know, it's good. I said to Tyson, you can drive F3 anytime, man, because you make me look good. So
after that last week's incident, we won't touch on that yet. But no, Stephen, you want to shout out the sponsors and keep them out there as to who's bringing this live and keeping the SRW team on the racetrack since Brad's not here with us?
Look, the sponsors of the league are my sponsors as well, so I wave their flag as much as I can. So everyone from the top for tonight's is our Sim Rigs V8 Supercar Amateur Night, Racecraft, who look after us really well, Warren and Brown, who champion our cause and are taking us to Motor X at next month after the Grand Prix. So we'll have a stand there, which is going to be awesome. So anyone in Melbourne, come down to the showgrounds for Motor X and come visit us. From there, we've got Grim Industries, the home of the big V8 table. Get on their site and check out what they've got. Toyo Sim, who have been with us from day dot as well, who look after us and got some excellent equipment, which we will be selling shortly as well. And Melville Equipment, who have been with us from day dot as well, have really supported the fastest lap for the V8 series. Can't think of anyone else that I might have missed out apart from my own company, promo department. But you know what? Everyone that's out there supported us, or if you want to support us for next season, come out and reach out to me. But thank you all.
Yeah, and look, I'll just jump on there too, and I think it's wise. We just give Brad Wall a bit of a shout out for that admin and running the series for SRW, and also for Tyson and the racing control team for being there in the back end doing the job that a lot of people really don't want to do and avoid. So keeping everybody in check. So
without the team we have around us, we wouldn't be able to do any of it. We've got a few guys that are racers with us that are joining admin to help out with some of the series, which is awesome to see. And it just means we're going to grow bigger and better and make it more fun. It's just that's the aim. Fun is the aim, no matter what people think out there. At the end of the day, that's what we do it for, so everyone can have a good place to race and have a bit of laugh and a bit of fun, like we did tonight in the open chat room. It was quite a humorous event.
All right, thanks, Steve.
No worries. Good night, all.
All right. Well, we'll get Steve back out of there. And we do have Tyson in the room, but Tyson, you got anything to add for the broadcast, or are you just going to happily sit there and wait till we're finished, mate?
Just from the broadcast, I want to thank just basically the same as Stephen. This season's been a roller coaster, and it kind of showed the pressure we're under there at the end with this race, but we still put the show on there for everybody to watch. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I hope you enjoyed my mistake along the way. And again, thanks to you two for jumping on, especially yourself, Pete, for coming in mid-season and joining the comms team and having a laugh with Rob and all your work too, Rob. Man, I understand all the effort you put through, and again, without you two guys, we wouldn't have an awesome show. So a big kudos. I just wanted to come down and say a big thanks to you guys.
Well, thanks, Tyson. Appreciate it, buddy. And we'll look forward to being on the other side of these cameras and microphones next season, mate, as we jump in behind the wheel. So we'll get to hear your voice, but probably in a different facet next season. So just remember, mate, we were up here, okay, next season. Just remember we were up here, all right? Can you just keep that in memory? Just go live.
As long as you leave
right?
the commentators' curses behind and you come have fun, that's all it's about. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
Rob,
just remember,
we haven't called ourselves two dummies racing for nothing, mate.
Hey, shh. Hey, all I want to say is while we're live, just remember, Tyson, I've got a lot of blackmail material in those replays, all right? Just remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I can edit videos and make some pretty evil stuff. No, thank you, Tyson.
I'm looking forward to it then.
Well, thank you to Tyson and our race control team for the season. Has been fantastic. And once again, good job tonight in under pressure, doing what you do. Mistakes happen, but hey, we got the show there, mate, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. So thank you so much for what you and your boys do.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll pop Tyson on out of here. And Pete, well, sad to say, mate, but that's our time here on Tuesday nights with SRW up and over, mate. It's done.
Oh man, that's because I'm going to have to talk to you about driving now, aren't I? Really?
Exactly. We're going to be down to numbers and fuel strategies and all sorts of things. So,
all righty. Well, other people don't need to hear that, mate. It's been a blast. Thanks for dragging me into the commentary, boss. I've really enjoyed it. If anybody out there is listening and wants to have a go at commentary, I've got to tell you, it's one of the most fun things I've done, one of the most fun experiences I've had in relation to iRacing without driving. And I would encourage anybody, you just need to be able to talk, right? Have a little bit of confidence and talk about people. So if you think that's you, come and have a crack. And I've got a fairly big set of chest armour that I'm going to wear when I drive. So, because after everything that I've thrown out in the last 4 weeks, I reckon it's going to be thrown back. So, but no, awesome. Thanks, mate, and well done on your work. I know it's a lot of work behind the scenes to pull this together and get it to the standard that it is. So, thanks, mate.
Yeah, no, thank you to Stephen, Tyson, and obviously Pete there. Thank you so much, boys. Without you guys helping and doing what you do, it makes this job just that much harder. But with all the assistance, it's just a nice show and keeps us all in viewing entertainment and having a lot of fun. So, guys, as we sign off from tonight and our SimRigs V8 Am series finale here at Bathurst, we do say tune in tomorrow night as we go for a double header finale TCR and F3. F3 has been producing some of the best racing on the platform. So if you guys are still itching for more racing, tune in tomorrow night. Come and hang with myself. And I think it's going to be Chef Toddy tomorrow because Cowie's out of action. So we got a replacement in Chef Toddy. It should be a fantastic night here at SRW TV. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your persistence throughout the season. It is much appreciated. I've enjoyed bringing this to you, and I hope that you can stick around for the rest of the week and catch the rest of these final rounds. So from all of us here at SRW TV, the management and the production team, Race Control, it's good night, and we will see you tomorrow.
To turn one, this is amazing. Up and clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostyn and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble model right now because, tell you what, Bruce Tanner